Welcome back, guys, to episode 7 of the RC Sports podcast. We've been rolling through them. Also, like we say every week, it's coming. Huge announcement.
I'm so excited.
It's coming. Just know it's
I want to say hi as well, guys.
It's coming.
You can't see me yet.
That's why we've been kind of like recording here, but it's still like we still get those episodes out, we still get views on them, which is good. And we've also been growing our YouTube, so thank you once again, everyone. Biagio, just shoot them our handles just so that they remember.
Guys, before we get into it, follow us. I'm not even going to say like all the places because our link tree is linked in the description below, whether you're watching this on YouTube or whether you're listening to this on any audio streaming platform. Our link tree is in the description. You can find everything you need there, our sponsors and all our social media handles, RC Sports Talk. Check us out.
Perfect.
Let's commence episode 7.
Yeah, so we have a packed episode this week. MLB fans might be just a little disappointed.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. But hey, listen, before we get into all the nitty gritty, like I like to say, let's get into our weeks, guys. Biagio, how was your week? We'll start off with you.
This included all of you guys, but shout out Mock Carter Kane. He shouted us out in the middle of his show. So we're gonna shout him out. Check him out, Carter Kane, or his artist name MOC Mock. Sick show. A lot of good up and coming artists from Montreal that were there. We had a good time. Filmed them.
We also saw.
We also filmed my food review of La Banquise. Then after we were stuffed.
But I still went home and ate more.
We took some home. My cousin didn't even want to look at it. Me and Mike still ate some.
100%.
I was like mezzanood in my underwear, and I took a couple bites.
I'm like, oh my god.
It was like 2 a.m.
You know, like when you're full and you're still eating, you're like, I feel like.
But why am I eating?
Like I feel like trash, like pure trash.
Yeah, I don't know why I'm eating.
And we also saw shout out the New York Giants actually, because we saw their starting O-line this week.
Oh, bro, this girl. Yo,
listen, it has nothing to do with women. Just
just this girl, man. I wouldn't really call her fat. Okay, like she was fat. She was on the heavier side.
She was fat.
But this girl had the craziest physique. Like she was big and just had this crazy stature. If you see this, hit me up. We're getting you as an old lineman on the Giants.
Sure, that's why you want her to hit you up.
Okay, bro. What am I, John Cena? no, but seriously,
but she had like
D1 lineman.
She had like shoulder, like you know how NFL players look with their shoulder pads. She had that, but naturally.
Yeah, she had really big, broad shoulders.
Yeah,
like we're not even trying to shit on this girl. Like, bro, that's crazy. No, but we're not even trying. But dead ass, like, we don't want people to get offended here. But like, bro, she dead ass had like the craziest physique for like a football player.
Yeah.
So shout out to her, bro.
Anything else during your week, Biagio?
No, that's it. Just a mock show because we were all there together.
And the
O-lineman. Well, you brought that up, so. How was
Drew,
your week?
Well, wait. Let's ask Drew first.
No, he's always the forgotten one.
Okay.
How was your week?
Oh, my God. My week was good. Obviously, we had that event. Started off a new job. We're not going to say where, but I started off a new job. It's going to be my job for a while. Just
a couple episodes ago, we're like, hey, you got a job.
Yeah.
Now he has another job.
I started like really where I wanted to start. I'm not going to say where. But I started really where I wanted to start, and I'm really happy and grateful for that. Thank God. God bless. Also, shout out. On Sunday, I had a pretty big day. Yesterday was my mom's birthday. So
happy birthday, Nadia.
Happy birthday, Mom. And also, within the same day. Are you good, bro?
Yeah, no, I'm just adjusting the pillow.
And also, we also filmed Drew's first music video yesterday.
Yeah, the music video was sick.
It was pretty sick. So we expect that to come out on platforms when, Drew, approximately?
But
approximately. Just give...
Last week of May.
Okay.
So in a couple weeks.
Expect for Drew to have content. Yeah. Obviously, go... If you sub to us on YouTube, sub to Aversano on YouTube.
Guys, AVRSANS, Aversano. Check him out. I'm so proud of him. And to see him like grow like this, and honestly, shooting the music video with him, like for him, was sick.
It was pretty sick. Yeah, facts.
Bro, what do you mean? I literally helped film.
Now,
I was doing something for you actually.
Your week, Drew.
Your week.
The music video.
The music video. That was like the highlight of the week, eh?
That was my highlight, yeah.
Yeah. So he said, for the people that didn't hear, he said his music video was the highlight of the week. All right, guys. Before we continue, as we always do, our product of the week.
Our sponsor, Shop Sante. Thank you to Shop Sante. And You know the drill. Use code RC10 at checkout to get 10% off your order when you order online at Shop Sante. I'm going to start off with my product of the week, which is low-key a packet of moment simultaneously. I've been taking this not pre-workout, I don't know, creatine, whatever. It's like this thing you take for the workout. And I only recently found out that, like, it says it on the label, but I don't look. I just put it in the water and I drink it. But shout out this girl power, empower her. Okay, so it's empower, but the is a her. Empower her. So honestly, bro, listen, I know this is just for I mean, I've been taking it. I've been seeing a lot of changes. Like the first
lot of estrogen.
yeah, like the flavor is very delicious. But I've actually been noticing a lot of shit. Like I've been seeing a really good improvement in my gains. I keep hitting curbs on the sidewalk. Like, bro,
That is crazy.
No, but I've been seeing a lot of differences, bro.
Okay.
Like my sense of accountability has gone down drastically. So, bro, shout out, girl power, empower her.
Okay.
Very good product.
Awesome.
That's my product of the week.
Creatine for women. Mine is usually Biagio does these, but mine's Le Fit Cook. Dabbled in it already a bit because it was really good, and I wanted to talk about it because we used it on our steaks yesterday. Sauce barbecue, barbecue sauce, maple whiskey flavor, which is pretty good.
Yeah,
a little
spicy. On the steak. We even had it that other night with on the top of the chicken.
Yeah, a little
really
spicy,
good.
But it's really good.
Yeah, a nice
what's
sweet, tangy taste, and it's very low calorie too.
Here, you want to do the ad? Okay.
I was just adding that it's low calorie.
Yeah, well, I was gonna say that anyway.
Oh, well, I don't know. I can't read your mind.
Okay. Low calorie as well. It's a bit more liquidy, obviously, in a sense, because it takes out all the additional things that they put in the unhealthy barbecue sauces. So if you're looking for a healthy version of barbecue sauce, you could always order the Fit Cook and get all your supplements on Shop Sante. Biagio, close it off.
Yeah. And by the way, the Fit Cook has other sauces too that we've promoted. So very, very good. But yeah, guys, again, use code RC10 at checkout to get 10% off your order when you order online at Shop Sante. Amazing products. And yeah, let's get into
the NFL.
Yeah, not much to talk about, but we're going to go in. Mr. Massage Table 2.0. Justin Tucker gets released from the Baltimore Ravens. He low-key had a mid-season, but that's...
Today you got released, eh?
Oh, it was today, exactly.
Yeah, it was today.
As we're
like
filming.
maybe, 5-6 hours ago, Drew? Something like that?
Yeah. Well, look, we all know he had a mid-season with the Ravens.
A crazy fall off, though.
Yeah.
Eh? Like, Drew, we were talking about it in the car, and he's like...
Set the record for the longest field goal at 63 yards.
Yeah.
So that's in NFL history. It's the longest.
Last year, not the year that we just had, the year before
the 23-24 season.
23-24 season.
Yeah.
He ripped it, bro. He was killing it during the season. Obviously, there was the kicker. Oh my God, I was gonna say
Harrison
Colt
Butker.
McCoy.
You think of Butker?
No.
Harrison Butker.
No,
that's what I
I'm
said
talking
too.
about the kicker of the Cowboys, McAubrey or something.
Oh my
He could
God, the
switch
guy
out.
that he was supposed to be a soccer player, and
MLS,
then
he got drafted into Toronto FC.
Yeah, and then I don't know what happened that made him go into football, but he was outstanding.
Well, because bro, like, yeah, but anyway, it's because he has like, obviously, bro, they noticed that sometimes they don't have the talent to make it in soccer, so he used his leg in other ways.
Yeah.
Not to
less
kick
talented
women,
sport.
but to kick balls. Unlike Mr. Justin Tucker, who allegedly not abused women, but what did he do? He forced women to.
He did exactly what Deshaun Watson did.
Yeah, basically
He
follow.
went to massage parlors, was like, just touch it.
Yeah, that's what he did. So he basically
But
it's
isn't
still
that like
it's alleged. It's alleged.
But jokes aside, isn't that like an offered service?
Nine women came out.
No, but isn't that an offered service, like under the table type thing, like a happy ending?
No, bro. If you're forcing people, no, bro. Like that. This
Oh,
is just
okay,
cooked
okay.
conversation. This is a cooked.
If you're like bribing them to do it, like,
Okay, I know. Yeah.
But that's it. So
But this guy can't pull his. He's in the NFL.
he has a wife, bro. Like
That's
he
crazy.
has a wife and kids, bro. So
That's even worse.
Justin Tucker fall off of a season, but yeah, continue with the.
But is this proven? Do we know anything more about
it's
the
alleged.
story?
It's
Okay.
alleged. It's all alleged. They say
We'll see.
it's still
We'll
an
see.
ongoing court case, but obviously the Ravens can't really speak about it, so they put out one of
Yeah,
those
they
like
just released
PR
him.
messages. Thank you for your services.
And
this
you
that.
mentioned, but I'll ask you. You mentioned before the pod. Where do you think he should go now? Like, what team should sign
the
him?
Bears. The Bears have had so much like. They've lost on doinks. They've lost like
Yeah, I was gonna say
their
that.
kicking has been like atrocious in the last couple of years. I mean, there's a lot of teams that do struggle with kicking too, but the team that for me popped out was the Bears.
So would you say that? Okay, so you still
Sign
rate
him.
Tucker,
Huh?
even though he fell off.
okay,
You
I
still
heard
rate
something
him.
else. Yes, I still rate Tucker.
What'd you think I said?
I'm not gonna repeat it. But I think he could obviously pop off, and like I think he's a good
Yeah, like I don't think he
transition
lost his
kicker.
talent. Like he
Like
fell
whatever.
off a bit.
Like
It
look,
happens.
he's a good gamble in a sense for them, right? And I mean, it's a kicker. Obviously, it's
Yeah,
interchangeable. So it's
I don't
not,
know who their kicker is now, but like you said, it doesn't hurt to upgrade, and he is a free
I
agent.
was
now.
gonna say Dicker the kicker, but I don't think it's him. No, he's
Who,
not.
Tucker.
Well,
whoever they have right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna go check that up right now.
Yeah.
But continue with the news, Biagio.
Jordan Travis
By the way,
forced to
sorry,
medical.
I found the name. It's Cairo Santos, the kicker of
Yes, that's it.
Cairo Santos.
And he's not that good.
Well, no, bro. You saw last year.
It is what it is. Jordan Travis forced to medically retire. That's never. That's always a sad thing when it's kind of like out of your control, or you're forced to retire from what you love to do, especially considering you put yourself in that mindset of this is what I've achieved my dream, or I'm finally gonna play in the NFL, and this is what I hope to build a career with. And now life throws you this curveball.
Yeah,
what are your thoughts on it?
Well, look, bro. He put out a message. He's like you said, he's forced to retire from what he loves. Obviously, I'm pretty sure he's gonna find a career,
Coaching
something
or
that has
something.
to do with football. Obviously,
He has to.
he's gonna stay in that. Then again, 5th round pick, so I don't know if he would have necessarily been amazing during.
But he definitely would have made a decent career
I
doing
don't-
what he loves.
He's still gonna get a decent career out of doing what he loves, still involved in the sport. But
Yeah.
to say, listen, we were talking at Drew's house before with our Jets correspondent Tony Aversano, and he was saying he's like maybe you never know, right? Like Brock Purdy, bro, it took the hand of God for him to get on the field, but he was Mr. Irrelevant in the draft, last pick of the draft, and ended up being a system quarterback that's gonna get paid a supermax contract this year. So. You never know, but then again, 5th round pick, so take it with a grain of salt in a sense.
Yeah.
But obviously, it always
sad,
sucks when you
though.
hear news like that. Like I was even seeing like an edit of an LSU player.
Oh, is he the one that like became like mentally challenged?
Yeah, I don't know if it's from his career.
No, I found out he had a brain tumor.
That's it. But even at that,
And you have to see how happy this guy is, bro.
yeah, he's like, I'm just happy to be alive and to be.
And
where I am.
he was interviewed by this guy,
He
and
started crying.
yeah, he broke down into tears, and it just made us be like, man, we take life for granted, man.
Yeah,
we take life for granted.
That's it, exactly. So
It's crazy.
Good luck to Jordan Travis. Hopefully, he finds himself like doing camps for kids or still staying involved in the sport. Obviously,
I hope so, because
yeah,
you have your mindset on something, and then this
it's
happens.
like, bro, just in the snap of fingers, like it's literally. That's definitely like in the snap of fingers, your whole life could change.
Because then now you're sitting there, he's still young, and you're like, now what?
At least though, and this comes back to NIL deals. At least he probably got paid a bag in college. Now that players are like able to take on sponsorships and get their own contracts, not having to deal through the league anymore and get paid through the league or through their schools and having declared salaries. At least now he probably got a solid bag from college if he invests it well. Obviously, doesn't do dumb shit. I mean, he could have money for life and he'll be set for life.
I feel like he could be a guy that'll go in the right direction with this, and hopefully, takes this
rebound. Yeah,
yeah.
Because bro, it's gonna affect you mentally, whether you like it or not. It does affect you
sucks.
mentally. Even though you try to be as positive as you want, it'll still
That
affect
it hurts,
you.
man.
Yeah,
It hurts.
It definitely hurts. Talking about people that shined in college, Ashton Genty, Boise State running back, who got drafted 4th overall this year. Julia, 4th overall by the Las Vegas Raiders, or how he said, the Oakland Raiders.
I was actually about to cut you off, like it's Oakland.
Yeah, the Oakland Raiders.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had the most cooked draft announcer over there.
Yeah. Oh my God.
But yeah, bro, 4 years, $35.8 million deal with a 2020. Bro, I've been saying it like that since before. $22.7 million signing bonus, which makes him the second highest paid running back in the league, behind none other than Super Bowl champion Saquon Barkley. Remember, you used to be on the Giants.
We still have more Super Bowls than the Eagles, so I don't care.
Okay, well, they're going back to back this
Sorry,
year. so
the Sheagles.
Bro, what are your thoughts on this? Because I think it's overpaid.
Yeah, I know you were pretty pissed about it when the news came out.
I'm just being realistic. Like I'm being realistic. It's
Well, look,
overpaid.
honestly, in terms of already the betting has started, but he's projected to. He has the best odds to win Offensive Rookie of the Year. I haven't
Not
seen.
even Travis. Travis is number 1.
He's number 2.
Cam Ward is not number 1.
If I could just say something,
Yeah.
I hate that already people are like, oh, this guy's gonna be offensive rookie.
Well, no,
but
it's
they do that
predictions,
every
bro.
year.
They do that every year.
I hate that. It's like you haven't even seen him play a snap of football for all you know. Ashton Genty could get injured on the first play.
Yeah, you don't know, but they're saying if all goes well and healthy,
But
these are the
because
projections.
trust me,
NFL's so much different than college. Like anything.
yeah, no, but what I was saying is like when I saw the list, me too. I was like, yeah, Travis Hunter is obviously gonna go number 1, and no, it's actually
Either
Genty.
Cam, and I was
Cam
actually,
Ward
now
is
that I think of it,
3,
I don't know why
actually.
Cam Ward isn't first, because usually quarterbacks
Yeah,
are the guys that get all the recognition.
yeah, it's
usually.
actually he's number 3.
Like look at the team that he's from.
Yeah, but still, like last year, I think it was either Caleb Williams or Jaden Daniels that had the best odds. You know what I mean?
And Jaden Daniels won.
But that was in that defense.
The Bears were building the offense.
Yeah.
The Titans did not fix their O-line. They didn't really get any help on offense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cam wasn't stuck.
Well, look.
But yeah, Cam Ward is at number 3 though. That's even low.
Well,
not low.
If you're gonna put, let's say in all like, if you're gonna put Ashton Genty 1, I don't see Travis Hunter moving from 2.
So you have to put Ward at 3.
I'd put Ward at 3. Yeah, that's
But
it.
again, these are just odds. Like if you were to bet, okay, I'm gonna at the beginning, at the start of the season, your best return on investment would be if you would.
I think I'd put
bet.
Cam Ward.
Yeah.
I think I'd put Cam Ward. If
Look, I don't watch college football, so there has to be something that these bookies are seeing about Janti that makes him so.
he's gonna get a lot of snaps. They don't have wide receivers, so he's gonna get a lot of snaps.
Oh, you think they're
Probably
gonna
he's
run?
gonna
They're gonna run the
carry it a
ball a
lot.
lot.
And it's also because Pete Carroll is a very pound the rock
Type guy, type coach. Yeah.
So Geno Smith is gonna hand the ball off to him a lot.
Yeah.
And, he's a big running coach.
Well, yeah.
So,
After that Seahawks Super Bowl,
So
he doesn't want to throw it anymore.
What?
After that Seahawks Super Bowl, he doesn't want to throw it anymore.
Yeah.
Getting
he's-
flashbacks
he's
to
like, He's
2015.
like, no, we're gonna run the ball all 82 snaps of the game.
Yeah.
Genty, you are getting every single handoff. We can put any coach at at quarterback because we're just handing you the ball, sir.
Yeah.
But bro, that's what I wanted to talk about because 2 or 3 years ago, I don't know exactly when, but we were talking about it before the pod. Running backs had a convention because they were starting to be players that were no longer as valued as they were before because, like we were saying, after 2-3 years of just running through guys, running through guys and just getting your head mashed in, you get to a point where you're not as physically able anymore, obviously because injuries are more prone, but also because of the fact that a lot of guys end up getting concussions, a lot of uncertainty, which also falls into the injury
But
bracket.
you're literally a human battling ram.
You are.
when
You're a
running back.
kamikaze. You're a kamikaze.
Literally,
that's
they
true.
just throw you in the fire.
Yeah,
That's
they're like.
Then you got the
figure
wide
it out.
receiver 4 that just runs his route and never gets the
He's
ball.
like,
He's like,
yo, I'm back in a million.
yeah, and then he gets like 1 reception a game, and then he posts on his Instagram, "God is good," with some
It's
Drake
always-
playing. Like, bro, you did not get the ball.
It's always like that. So, Biagio, because they had that whole convention for all the running backs to kind of fight off and kind of declare for more money in a sense and ask for more money altogether.
Of course,
that
their stock is the quickest to go down. So I agree, they should go for more money.
they're fighting, but realistically, though, NFL owners are right because they are the position that expires the quickest, if I will say. Like Nick Chubb is still a free agent and isn't signed by anybody, which goes to show to you that like 2 years ago, this guy was like one of the best running backs in the league, and now he's a free agent, and it's like
There you go.
no one
Well,
wants to sign him.
yeah, he's
He also
fallen off,
broke his
though.
leg. He broke his leg. No,
Yeah.
he didn't fall off. Like when he came back last year, he's just very injury prone once again. But that's why. Why
But
would I
that
pay?
starts a fall off because it's a mental battle when you're always
So
injured.
4 years you have Ashton Genty for $35 million, second highest paid. Obviously, they have agents fighting for them here. This is what it is. An agent is always going to push for you, and I respect that. But 4 years, $35.8 million. That means second highest. Like I'm repeating myself, but second highest behind Saquon Barkley. I think it's exaggerated a bit. I think that Las Vegas
look,
got not fleeced, but bro, for somebody that looks like he's 5'8", they couldn't even get the camera on him at the draft when he got to the
Yeah,
window.
but bro, you don't need a tall running back. It's okay.
No, but you need somebody that's physically able to push people off. Like look at Derrick. You don't need a tall running back, bro. What did Derrick Henry do last year?
Henry's a tank.
Okay,
Henry's a
Saquon
tank, bro.
dominated. Saquon dominated from the moment he entered into the NFL towards the end. He's like pause. Somebody's coming downstairs. I mean,
Derrick Henry.
you have Derrick Henry, who's 6 foot something. I don't know how much he is, but that guy's just a human, like one of those Winnebagos, bro. Like on 2 legs. You know what a Winnebago is?
Yeah. No, I don't know what it is.
It's
I don't
like
know why
those
I said
hippie
yeah.
vans. You know those hippie vans that are long and thick,
Ah,
girthy and shit.
yeah.
So you have Derrick Henry. I mean, Saquon is probably the only kind of like small running back that makes it work for him.
Yeah.
If you compare, like if we're thinking about running backs, who would we say? Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson's a running back, low-key.
bro,
James Cook, tall guy. No.
but I was just saying, maybe you get a guy.
Alvin Kamara's tall. Alvin Kamara's
no,
like 6
but
foot
what he's
something.
saying with James Cook, like we can maneuver and shit.
Yeah,
you
but
know?
James Cook is not known as a top 3 running back in the league, Jew.
Yeah.
Okay, there's 32 teams in the league. If you're not part of a playoff team, you're already in the top 8 running backs in the league in a sense. You know what I mean? If that makes sense. Bless you.
Thank you. Oh, by the way, speaking of Kamara, we didn't put it in the notes, but I'm so surprised. Well, obviously, my cousin told me it's because of the cap hit that the Saints have. But the fact that the Browns got him is huge. Like, I would have picked him up in a split second.
The Browns are on the come up, bro.
But the fact that the Browns got him, like, I thought there would have been more competition.
But that guy, like I said, bro, after week 4 of the NFL, every year, he disappears. He'll do like a 3-game touchdown.
I don't know. I have a
3 touchdown game. He'll do like a 3 touchdown game and then disappear after week 4.
I've always had a soft spot for that guy. He's such a good player, and you know, I respect him. He's one of those niche players. I wouldn't say niche, but like one of the players that has no correlation to who I go for, and I just like him.
I mean, listen, I'm starting to think of it, but I low-key think I cooked myself with small. But I know Ashton Genty is smaller than the
They know what you mean. They know what you mean.
Well, no, because bro, like even Christian McCaffrey's not that tall. Like now that I think of it, okay, I'm probably cooking myself. But either way, to pay for somebody, to pay a super max contract, and when you compare it to him being behind Saquon Barkley, and not even like he's not even lower than Christian McCaffrey, which is obviously.
Yeah, but you gotta take it with a grain of salt. It's just that deal. It just so happens that he's better, behind Barkley.
Well, you have no choice to pay the rookies. That's what it is. If you want to keep them, bro, you have no choice.
But don't be so hard on yourself for that. I get what you're saying. It's just like, yeah, you want a guy that can push back, but bro, being small is just still good too. Because when you juke, you gotta juke players and stuff.
I'm being controversial, but he is low-key a tank. Like the kid, bro, you should see his legs. They're as big as this couch, bro. Like one leg.
For real?
Yeah. Bro, he's huge. He's jacked for his age. But it's just, listen, like I said, I undervalue the running back position, rightfully so. And like I said, obviously, it's because there's many factors that come into play. So, I mean, listen, I won't really keep going on this subject. I've pretty much said every point I want. But like I said,
it's okay.
They obviously, like, shit teams have no choice but to pay a bit more expensive for somebody to stay there. Because he's like, well, listen, if you guys want me to stay here after my rookie contract,
bro, you're going to the Raiders. You're gonna need to offer some big money to keep.
Well, that's it. So you have no choice. Yeah. But moving on, this has more to do with the Giants. So I'll let you take it away.
Yeah, we're gonna end this off. I know what the stance is already for a lot of Giants fans, but I'm actually going to protect Abdul Carter. Basically, the story is, obviously, he wore number 11 at Penn State, and now he's going to be wearing. I wouldn't say like you have to pick your number. You ask, and then the guy, like I saw, one of the Browns guys was like, he just asked the coordinator, and he's like, listen, this guy, it's not officially my change. You get an estimate, or you get a confirmed number. Like if you ask for 96 and no one on the roster has it, then you take it. Basically, Abdul Carter asked for Lawrence Taylor, LT, arguably one of the best defensive players to ever play in the NFL, for the iconic number 56. Now, you make a good point. It's technically not a retired number.
It's not a retired number, so people could say what they want. Well, I'll let you continue and I'll give my opinion.
So, Abdul Carter, who plays the same position as Lawrence Taylor, he actually kind of teased the Giants fans by showing, he's like, guys, Lawrence Taylor's my idol, teasing that he would join the Giants. But obviously, he got drafted, but that's no proof. It just so happened. Now, he asked Lawrence Taylor, he said, can I wear your number 56 so I can carry on your legacy?
He asked it like that, though? Like, he didn't...
Yeah, he meant it like that. And Lawrence Taylor politely said, no, it's my number. I made my greatness with it.
Though, anyway, yeah.
No, I'll
let you go.
I feel like he was polite with his response. Basically, he said, I made my name with his number. He's kind of challenging him. He's like, pick a number and make that number great. I respect that opinion. And what I find a bit crazy is all the Giants fans ripping Abdul Carter. Like, it's just a question. I understand it's like even Stephen A. Smith was ripping. He's like, what's wrong with you? Why would you even ask LT for his number? Okay, bro, relax. Like,
okay.
You know what I mean?
I
think it's just my final opinion. I think it's just a question.
So if okay.
You go for it. I don't like stop ripping on him.
First of all, okay. He could have not even, like, for everyone out there that's shitting on him or anybody out there, he could have just taken his number and not asked anybody. Like, he could have went to the guy and been like, I want 56.
It's true, because no one technically has it, so it actually isn't technically up
he doesn't have to ask. He didn't have to ask, so he could have worn it on his own. Now, Lawrence Taylor makes a good point in saying, but you should probably make your own number, obviously.
Like, it's more like a, because he's experienced. He's telling the young guy, challenge yourself. Challenge.
But now, bro, okay, I'm gonna say something. Okay, like let's say like okay, he would have worn let's say he wears 56. Isn't that an honor for you as a legend? If your number's not worn, like I want to pay homage to you. If Abdul Carter's trash with the number 56, they're not gonna be like, well, Lawrence Taylor was trash. Like it has no correlation. And for fans ripping on him, bro, it just goes to show that you guys have a history. So don't like start ripping on a kid that wants to kind of pay homage. It's like any other sport. Like so many kids are wearing number 6 because of LeBron James in basketball. All kinds of kids are wearing 87 and 97 and now 98 because of Bedard and even 8 because of
Bro, how many kids wear 10
Ovechkin.
because of Messi,
10 because of
Ronaldo.
Messi, 7 because of Ronaldo,
Like
99 because of Judge. Like it's an honor to have people want to wear your number. If the club hasn't retired, if the team you're playing on, the organization hasn't retired your number's still available, and you shouldn't have a fucking thing to say.
Well, look,
about it.
We can end this debate right here. The Giants, to simply resolve this issue or this debate, just
Retire
retire
the
the number.
Yeah, because he
If
was the
Lawrence
greatest.
Taylor-
Would you say, other than Eli Manning, he's the greatest Giant of all time? Or even
100%.
while I think even in Eli Manning conversation, I think he is the greatest Giant
Guys,
of all time.
I agree. And to make my case here for people that would disagree in the comments, the last Giants player, we spoke about this off camera, the last Giants player to win not Super Bowl MVP. That's easy. It's based off the Super Bowl.
Yeah, and quarterbacks, we all know quarterbacks.
Yeah, it's like they always win it. I'm talking MVP before the playoffs start. Lawrence Taylor was the last Giants player to do it in 1987. Do you know how hard it is for a defensive player to win MVP?
The
You know
only
how
guy
hard that is?
the only guy I could think of in recent years is Von Miller when the Broncos won it.
Yes, but I'm talking like yeah, exactly. That's a perfect
Like,
example.
you have to put up a stellar performance.
But do you know what it is to compete with quarterbacks, wide receivers, running backs to win not defensive player of the year? No.
Because-
MVP.
like, because that's the thing too, you know, like, bro, what do people remember the most, bro? They'll remember the game-tying touchdown, the game-winning touchdown,
the catch. No one remembers the sacks.
Like nobody, like in the game. Let's say when even I think I don't know who won it that year. I guess it's Tom Brady, but bro, Malcolm Butler in the year where the Seahawks faced off against the New England Patriots, Malcolm Butler made that interception where he bumped it off. I don't know who. I can't remember who they made the pass to. Bumped it off him and caught it, and basically won the Pats the game. And he didn't win MVP. Tom Brady won it. So it just goes to show you how hard it is as a defensive.
Yeah, but that was one play.
Bro, it won them the Super Bowl.
No, yes, but it was. I would arguably say it wasn't more of a. I'm not discrediting him, but I wouldn't say it was more of a crazy defensive play from him, but rather a poor decision from Pete Carroll.
He was still there.
Yes, I agree.
He was still there. He was the reason they won, Biagio.
Yeah, but one moment I don't think should make you man of the match or
100%,
Super Bowl MVP.
bro, 100%, because you changed the game. He was the game changer in that game, because both offenses.
It's been a while. It's been over.
because-
It's been 10 years since that moment.
bro,
but how
both-
was he the majority of the game? That's what I'm trying to see.
He probably had, like, I'd have to go back and check, but I think he had a pretty solid game. He was a rookie in that time as well. I think it was probably his first or second season in the NFL. But
let's
it's
be real.
still
Looking at positions, right? Like you
Yeah.
said, quarterbacks always get glazed.
exactly.
And we're talking about Tom Brady. So obviously, yes, I agree with you. Like, you know why Tom Brady got picked. You know it.
Yeah, you know, because he's the GOAT, and they'll never go against Tom Brady because he was a quarterback. Just like every year when they go to the playoffs and it's Patrick Mahomes winning the Super Bowl with the Kansas City Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes always
But
wins
that,
the...
but the,
Look, for example, I'm going to give you Tom Brady's stats for that game. It makes sense why he won the MVP.
okay.
He had
Go for it.
37 of 50 passes for 328 yards, 4 touchdowns, 2 interceptions.
Drew, it's a one... Okay, but the way I see it is... Okay, and now check Malcolm Butler's stats during that game while I'm talking. Just so I could just
But
see.
man of the
Because Biagio...
Mike, man of the match. If I score the game-winning goal,
Yeah.
but I had the most trash performance.
No, he definitely didn't have a trash performance.
No,
That's
I'm
what
not
he's
saying he
gonna search
did, but I'm just saying like.
up. But if the guy had a good game...
But look at the Tom Brady stats you just rattled off.
Yes,
They're
but
good
bro,
stats, bro.
Tom Brady did not win the Super Bowl for the... Tom Brady that year wasn't the reason why they won the Super Bowl.
Yeah, it was the interception. Yeah.
It was the interception. So,
What Butler did during that game
Butler.
is that there was that interception. Before that, he knocked away a pass that ended up in another defensive player's arms that he brought back for a pick six.
Bro,
Okay.
so 2 defensive plays that... and listen, I didn't know that. How many tackles did he have in the game as well?
Doesn't say, it just says it was a 30-yard pass.
So, 30-yard... He calls the
But-
30-yard pick 6. and
The
got the
game-winning-
game-winning interception, basically.
And if you think about it, though, you make a good point because
I get the Tom Brady. Though I'll be honest,
No.
I get the Tom Brady argument.
yeah.
But
No.
just-
But actually, I'm gonna change my statement because if you think about it, like defensive backs, it's
so hard to change a game to actually be relevant.
because
to the game.
how many times do you guard a wide receiver and then they don't even throw you the ball,
Exactly. Like
or you get beat?
you have four wide
It's
receivers.
rare,
They
bro.
Quarterbacks have four wide receivers, a tight end. They have 6 options and a 7th if they run the ball.
Yeah,
So
like-
there's 7 different options they could choose that are not your man.
Yeah,
6
because what if
different
they throw it
technically.
towards a wide receiver that your other cornerback or whatever?
Yeah, so it's 6 different options that they have. Because if you're already obviously covering a wide receiver, other than that wide receiver, they have 3 other wide receivers plus a tight end, plus
Yeah.
a running back, plus the quarterback that could run the ball.
Okay, yeah, and just to prove this point before we end it off, like more or less, how many snaps would a the defense would have to face on average per game? What would you say, Ju?
Around the 100 ball, like around the
Snaps, like plays that they have to defend, more or less, a defensive player.
no, but you're talking about the team.
Like,
itself?
sorry, the defense in total. I mean,
Around
like
the 90, 80, 90 to 100 max plays.
okay, right? Let's just say 100. Multiply that by 16 games, assuming the player plays every game, right?
No, I'm stretching it.
Regardless.
Maybe around 70, 80 plays, bro.
Whatever. I'm not gonna do the math because I don't feel like it, but it's a lot of plays that they have to defend, and
Well, it's
and
at
it
least
does-
800 times. So it's around 1,300 plays a year.
Okay, and now I'm gonna get to my point. Keep in mind that the ball doesn't always go to that defensive back because
Yeah.
it depends the play. Think of all the running plays. Xavier McKinney, former Giant, we gave him away to the Packers. Stupid. Xavier McKinney led the league in interceptions with like 9 interceptions, and everyone was freaking out. Do you know what 9 interceptions is? You know how
On
low,
1,300 plays.
but you know how low that number is, and people were glazing it. That shows how small you have to prove yourself as a cornerback or a safety.
It's less than like 1% of the plays.
But that's and that why I will change my answer. I agree with you with the Butler thing because, bro, imagine
it's a valid point. Obviously, Brady.
It's
like you
hard,
said,
yeah,
it's
but
hard.
it's a hard. And just to end it off, that just goes to show, as I go back to that, obviously, you know, a defensive back and a defensive lineman, completely different things. But I'm just saying, LT won the MVP. That is difficult to do
Yeah.
when you got guys that change the game like
So,
quarterbacks.
bro,
and stuff.
imagine, but though LT was a defensive lineman. Now you're always involved in those plays. 1,300 of those plays. Okay, you're not on every play, but you're involved on all those plays.
Yeah.
Basically on defense because you're always trying to get to the quarterback. So is Von Miller. So imagine how hard it is though for a cornerback, a guy that
So
only
actually,
relies
yeah,
on the
you know
throw.
what? That's a good point. Maybe a cornerback's even harder.
It's even harder. A
Has- has-
safety's the hardest position.
Has a cornerback ever won MVP?
I don't think so. Just search it up, Drew, but I don't think so.
Actually,
but
fun
while
fa-
he searches that, yeah.
Yeah, I just want to add a fun fact, by the way. I could be wrong, but 1985, a kicker actually won MVP.
Really?
From the Bears, yeah.
Crazy,
yeah?
Talking about the Bears, actually, yeah. Remember we were
The
talking about the
Bears.
Bears for kickers at the beginning of the episode.
Yeah, I mean,
But-
they have to go back 40 years, but
Never. So quarterbacks never won MVP,
no.
which makes sense. It makes sense. It makes sense, bro.
Bro, it would be... But you know what?
Butler was probably the
Bro,
closest
but
one.
you know what it would take for a cornerback to win MVP?
But
My...
literally, bro, a game-winning interception and a pick 6 that was caused by you didn't even win you It didn't even win you an MVP. Imagine how much it
Yeah.
takes, bro. Like you have to literally be the quarterback at the same time.
Yeah, and forget it, bro. You make one mistake as a cornerback, you're going to get flamed. Like, you see it.
Yeah.
Especially, let's say you're doing like man coverage,
Yeah.
and you're all alone, and they throw like guy throws a dart, bro. All the cameras on you, and you're isolated on that side of
Yeah.
the field. So
You don't even get that many reps compared to
honestly,
most
bro,
players.
at the end of this, you learn something new every day. I learned I want to respect cornerbacks more. I give
It's a tough
a lot
position.
of the Giants cornerbacks a lot of
It's a
shit.
tough position because, bro, sometimes you're covering players. You're covering players.
Yeah,
like
our
you
secondary's ass.
You're covering positions that don't
Yeah.
even get the ball. Like you could go a game without even getting a guy with the ball on your
Bro,
side.
imagine
It's
you get
rare,
how gassed you get defending routes that never even
yeah,
end
you're
up.
just sprinting basically.
And you don't know. You know how hard it is to defend too.
Yeah, because they have to turn their hips. Your hip flexors are finished. At the
Yeah,
end of the
you
game.
need to basically try to read their mind.
Yeah,
That's it.
well, that's what it is.
That's
It's
pretty much
basically But before we cap off the NFL, today was announced that the 2027 draft is going to be held in Washington at Fed. Is it still FedEx Field?
Not FedEx anymore. It's
Oh,
what's it called?
call me Stadium.
Bro, they should have had it outside the White House. That would
I
be
can't
so
stand the
sick.
commander's name. Like it's so weird.
Secret
No, like in the parking lot of the White House.
Okay, go. What's the? I'm pretty sure it's FedEx Field.
Unless that's what they just changed it to, because I know they.
But do they always do it outside of the field of the team that's hosting it? Like
Yeah,
Lambeau
They
Field?
never
That's,
do it inside. Yeah.
yeah, okay. Yeah, no, because like you said it during the draft, it
There's
brings
a
in more
plaza.
people.
Yeah, there's a plaza outside.
When-
So usually every
No, but
NFL
when it's outside, there's no limit.
But
So,
it was FedEx
wait,
Field
wait,
before, I'm
it
pretty
was
sure.
so. This is the Commander Stadium. It's called FedEx Field.
I'm pretty sure it's called FedEx. Apparently, it's one of the worst fields in the NFL.
Northwest.
Luth West.
Northwest Stadium.
Northwest. Oh, the bank, the banker, the insurance company, Northwest Stadium. All right. Well, that's fun fact for everyone that didn't
There you
want
go.
the
We just add little.
Washington.
We have our notes, but we always like to throw in little fun facts. We like to be a little spontaneous over here.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
moving on to our next ad
But
and
guys,
sponsor,
this is where it's gonna get fun now. Our ads.
Mr. Fana. So Fana guys supply us with all these nice hoodies. Well, not hoodies. We're not
You
wearing
see it on the
any hoodies
camera
today,
too.
but usually we always wear the hoodies.
Yeah, we're rocking the t-shirts because
the
Loki,
t-shirts
it's a
'cause
bit
it's
hot
hot.
in this basement.
It's starting to be the summer here, so
Yeah.
for people starting soccer teams, football teams, like beer league teams, even schools or organizations that have teams. Guys, get your stuff done by Fana. It could also even be like Ju is doing a concert.
Yeah, he's a
June-
musician.
June
and-
11th, right, Ju?
No, June 6th.
June 6th. He's getting hoodies done by Fana. So anybody that wants to do merchandising, what are you getting? Wait.
He wants to get in the shot too.
Oh, he wants to get in a shot? Okay, come here. Merchandising done. Ju got his stuff done by Fana. Also these banners. So they get everything done from uniforms to regular merch.
Ju, we don't even. What do you want to do?
I have a new segment for the podcast, sponsored by Fana, actually.
Yeah, shout out Fana.
We're gonna call this the little 20-second runoff.
Okay.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to basically give you guys a sport. Well, not even a sport. You guys are gonna have 20 seconds each to name off as many teams as you can out of like MLB, NFL, NBA, NHL, and just soccer.
Do we have a sport assigned to us?
Honestly, no. For today, let's just do whatever you can.
Okay, so you're gonna say. Okay, you're gonna do. Well, this is a cool segment. Actually,
Yeah.
This is
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
But yeah, this is a pretty
Yeah.
cool segment.
So yeah,
Okay,
we just want to keep
Ju,
it
I guess.
spontaneous.
Okay, so we'll do every week. Actually, we'll do this every week, and we'll change something. Always has to do with sports, but
yeah.
all right, we're gonna see,
But
and we'll keep track.
just put the camera to me
We're
2 seconds. Want to give a shout out to Mooch though.
Mooch from Fana. Yeah.
Mooch from Fana. Thank you, Fana. Our second sponsor today. But yes, I'm actually really down for this. Let's get into this
So
little
every
thing.
week we can do it and keep track of
But
who
you're gonna
has
have to
the
count,
most.
though. You're gonna have to count.
Who we could do it.
Oh, you know how to count? Well, it's because basically what this guy does, he clicks a button and he switches the cameras. So we give him a very easy job to do.
Wait. Okay. Wait. Guys,
They can
before
still
the
hear
brain
me.
rot starts, can we please? Let me just say something. So we'll keep track of it every week. Keep track of a winner every week, and every week we'll do like you'll come up with a different part of the sport. Like it could be like equipment used to quarterbacks, yeah, whatever it is. So this is a pretty cool segment.
Okay, so this is just teams,
yeah.
organizations.
So we can't name. I guess we can't name the same teams that were mentioned because that would just be all right.
Okay.
Okay, so
I'm ready.
who starts?
Mike.
Oof. Okay, you're gonna count.
This is gonna be so easy.
You're gonna count.
You can't name anything that he says.
Okay, I don't
Okay.
care.
Okay.
It's all gonna be soccer. Yeah. Okay. Hold on. Wait, let me just get mine.
Okay, but keep track of how many, bro, because I'm not gonna.
Wait, Drew. You know what you should do? I have a pen right there and a paper. Like go like.
I have a memory.
He's able to.
Okay. Well, I don't know.
He's cooking.
It's a
he's
lot.
cooking.
Can you count the big numbers?
Yes. Okay. 20 seconds. Okay. Okay, Biagio.
What?
Yeah, but you keep ripping him. Let us talk. Okay.
20 seconds. Go.
New York Rangers, Lazio, Roma, Impact, New York Red Bulls, Cleveland Cavaliers, Boston Celtics, Knicks, Pistons, Golden State Warriors, Lakers, Mavericks, Canadians, Dallas Stars, Colorado Avalanche. Oh my God, why am I blanking? New York Yankees, Dodgers, Cubs. Okay, that was 18. I counted 18.
Yeah, that was 18.
I counted 18.
No, that was 23. Sorry.
23?
I'm not limited to a specific sport or anything, right?
No.
No, you can't name anything.
23, bro.
This
You
is
have to
easy,
name
bro.
23 and 20, bro. Okay.
I'm gonna go.
Go.
Bayern Munich, Bayer Leverkusen, Cologne, Borussia Dortmund, Borussia Mönchengladbach, Hoffenheim, Heidenheim, Torino, Monza, Spezia, Novara, Juventus, Atalanta, Fiorentina, I get it on the spot. Brighton, Hove Albion, Chelsea, Manchester United, Manchester City, Arsenal, Liverpool.
That was like that was around 20, I think.
That was 20 exactly.
Damn.
I take week 1 of this edition.
No, it was just soccer though.
Fudge, but he's good. He's good. That's what you know. Like that's what. Damn.
So
I take week 1.
Yeah.
I take week 1.
Good
Hey,
game,
respect,
good
though. Good game. Good game.
I literally, while you were talking, I was trying to memorize the Bundesliga table. I'm like, he's not naming a single.
You were going. Yeah, but I think you low-key cooked yourself because their team names are long, bro.
Oh, you're right.
The team names are long.
Yeah.
Bro. Like,
Borussia
Bayern,
Mönchengladbach.
You took 3
That,
seconds
yeah,
off
yeah,
the table.
that cooked me already.
Yeah, you cooked yourself. But
Okay. Well, I know what tactic to use for next week, but we never know what it's gonna be.
GG. So
GGs.
1-0 on the tally. Mike's up.
But you know what, bro? Shout out Jew.
That's a great.
Yeah,
segment,
that was
bro.
a great
That was
idea.
like really spontaneous. Yeah. It was. Now moving on to actually, well, you were talking about soccer, but let's move on to the actual sport itself. So,
Yeah. Well, one
soccer.
final shout out to Fana.
Yeah.
For all your sports needs in terms of jerseys and stuff.
So that was a
banners.
segment presented
Yeah.
by Fana.
That was sick, though. But now, moving on to the best sport in the world, guys. You know, it's soccer. First off, we're going to start off with, teams that have won trophies. Only notable one that started off this week was Bayern Munich, officially crowned 2024-2025 Bundesliga champions. They pretty much dominate this league. They've won 12 of the last 13. Obviously, Leverkusen had that Cinderella run last year. Besides that, it has literally been Bayern every year. Bookies know what the odds are every year.
This is like sort of like the League One version of Germany.
Yeah. So, like, the reason why I only put it in the notes is not even more. Let's just take away the fact we knew Bayern.
I think you know what you're going to talk about. Yeah.
But
This is
honestly, over sure. Okay, he sounds like that, but he's a good guy. He's worked so hard in his career. Harry Kane, for the first time after 32 years on this earth, finally wins a trophy as a professional soccer player. And this just goes to show, guys, your time will come. You know, like some players like Lamine Yamal, he's 16, 17, won the Euros. This guy is 32, finally won his first trophy.
That's great. And he did, like, bro,
And
they were
he's come
penalty
close,
kicks away from winning a Euro.
He lost the UCL final. He lost the
Spurs versus Chelsea, right?
Liverpool.
Oh, yeah.
He lost the Carabao Cup final. He lost 2 Euro finals, huh? Spain and Italy.
Oh, yes. Last year they played against Spain. It's true.
But that's what I'm saying. It's not like he finally wins a trophy, but he's been on a scrap team. This guy's gone to so many finals and never won. So, and the funny story behind this is Bayern played RB Leipzig over the weekend. They started off horribly. In like the first 30 minutes, they were down 2-0. They come back 3-2. They were literally like 10 seconds away from winning the Bundesliga. I was freaking out. Bro, Harry Kane, who was unfortunately suspended for the match, I think for a yellow card accumulation, starts walking down the steps. Obviously, he's thinking, you know what? All his teammates are shaking him. Yeah, we're going to win the title. He steps onto the field. RB Leipzig score a 96th minute equalizer, and they don't clinch the title. And I felt bad.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy, though?
And you hate English players, bro, usually.
Yeah, I know, but Harry Kane I respect. He's just a good player. I literally made the graphic. I remember when it happened. I made the graphic. I literally had the caption built and everything. I was about to press post, and then I get a text, and then I go, oh my God. Thankfully, though, in his case, they didn't have to wait till next week because if Bayer Leverkusen would have won against Freiburg the next day, they would have had to wait till next Saturday when they played. I don't remember who they played. Fortunately, Leverkusen tied 2-2, so they clinched the title. So Harry Kane just had to wait another day.
Yeah.
But, you know, I'm so happy for him just because, like, you know, the jokes are just, they get out of hand. I feel bad. You got to feel, to a certain point, it's kind of like, can someone give this guy a trophy? Like, how does Timo Werner have a Champions League title to his name, but you know, Harry Kane doesn't? You know what I mean? So I'm really happy for him. Super funny, but you know, if you want to add anything to that,
like I said before, he had like some chances. I mean, and then you rattled some more off, but happy for him that he finally got it. He's not like a cocky guy, and he's never
he's a humble guy.
He's never really rubbed me the wrong way in a sense. Because there's some soccer players, bro, that get too cocky, even like because he didn't have to have the titles to kind of be as cocky as he would like probably, but I feel like even if he won a title every single season, he's not that cocky guy. Like somebody like Phil Foden is 10 times more cockier than him. I don't even think Phil Foden even could touch the same grass as him in a sense.
That guy fell off so much.
Yeah.
I never hear anything
But
about him.
yeah, so I don't like cockiness in sports. I think it doesn't hurt to stay humble. It costs nothing to be nice to everybody and to kind of sort of have a bit of humility. But yeah, congrats to Harry Kane.
He's literally like, I find he's so like, I wouldn't say like easily likable, but more so like you don't really have a reason to hate him.
No.
He has the most plain
Unless he's
1950 celebration. Like he does nothing wrong. He just does his job.
Yeah.
No, it's like a jump and he goes
Oh yeah.
like it's really boring.
Yeah.
But that just goes to show, like, bro,
And,
like I said, Timo Werner has a Champions League title.
and bro, for you,
Like,
like
come on.
honestly, bro, for you to say that you don't hate him as an English, because I know
I
you don't
can't
like
stand
English
England.
players.
I can't stand
Like
England.
I like Bellingham. I don't think he's a cocky guy. I think
I think he is.
I beg to defer. I think that he's somebody that's very, very like likable, and I think he has a nice personality. I don't think he's really, really cocky. Okay,
Maybe you lean more towards confident.
Yeah, I'm more confident.
Yeah.
And like you don't like him, so I'm surprised. Like in a sense, like I'm surprised. Like every time I ask you about an English player, you just never liked them, and now
Yeah.
you're talking this good about Harry Kane.
Yeah,
It's
no,
pretty
because
cool.
Harry Kane, I've seen it like I said, this is just because we have a couple of things I just wanted to talk about, so we're gonna roll through this. This just goes to show we're gonna leave Harry Kane aside. It's a life lesson for you guys. Your time will come. Some people achieve greatness or something good happens to them right away at the young age. Some people wait till 40, 32,
Hey,
like Harry Kane.
Colonel Sanders, bro, started the KFC at 67 years old, I think. So
That's crazy. Well, there you go, guys.
So-
Don't even take Harry Kane as an example. We'll go back to food.
which
Colonel
we
Sanders.
specialize.
Yeah, this
Okay.
one we're just gonna quickly go through it. But literally a week ago, we were talking about obviously Inter were going for the treble. They got knocked out of Coppa Italia by their rivals Milan in the semifinals. So that means like okay, they can do the double. Now the Scudetto is pretty much, I wouldn't say
Locked up.
decided, but
It is locked up.
they
bro.
lost to Roma. Napoli won their game against Torino. Now Napoli are at 74. Inter are constantly chasing them at 71. This weekend that just passed, they both
It's
won their games.
Crazy, bro. The fall off is insane.
But look, all Napoli need to do is lose a game, Inter win. It doesn't matter the goal difference. As long as they're tied, it'll go to that final game.
Napoli still has, I
realistically-
think, a bottom three team to play. I think they play Spezia or
No, Spezia.
Spezia, Venezia or Monza. No,
No.
who do they have their last 2 games?
Parma,
I know they play Parma.
Here, here, I'll check it
Cagliari.
out. No, Parma, Cagliari, Lecce.
Okay.
So, but bro, that's where a lot of people have a misconception. Playing relegation teams at the end of the season is tough, man. We played Empoli on the weekend. It was hard,
So look,
tough game.
Napoli play Genoa.
So it was not Lecce.
Napoli, I think, win that, but not easily, bro. You guys had trouble against them, so I mean,
Yeah, well, we
Uh,
beat them 2-0. It wasn't that
Napoli, yeah, and then they play Parma. So I was right.
bad. And one of them's Cagliari, I believe.
And then they play Cagliari their last
Yeah.
game, and
But that's what I'm
Inter
saying.
and Inter just to
They have to play
rattle it,
us.
Inter play Torino, then they play you guys in the round 37, and then they have Como as the last teams. So I mean, bro, they have an easier schedule. Like I think that you guys could bag off at least a
Yeah.
draw or a win.
And keep in mind, Napoli, they just have Serie A. Inter stuff to worry about Champions League.
Yeah, bro, they were
So-
gonna rest players. Like
Yeah.
if they make it through this week on their second leg to make it to the finals,
That's one more
then
worry.
bro, that's like
But I think they're shifting their focus. I think,
2 Serie A.
yeah, look, obviously they would have liked to win the treble. Now it's pretty much dwindling down to one trophy, but I don't think Inter fans are going to be too pissed if they get a Champions League title. I mean, but yeah, I just wanted to quickly go through that because in the space of a week, a lot has changed.
Yeah.
One thing I really wanted to talk about this, okay? Everyone's talking about Lamine Yamal, okay? Koundé got injured in training. Roberto Sanchez, okay? This kid is 17 years old.
He just farm talent.
Popping off as filling in that right back slot. Tearing it up. Obviously, Barcelona are neck and neck with their rivals Real Madrid for that title. He potentially might start tomorrow because as we're recording this, tomorrow's the second leg versus Inter. Potentially, Roberto Sanchez will get the start at 17 years old in a Champions League semifinal. I just want your thoughts on this because this kid is phenomenal. Pace, crossing, amazing.
I have one thing to say, man. La Masia, bro. That's what it is.
Yeah.
That's what it is, bro. They just farm talent. Like they just have talent, bro. Like it's just it's insane.
Bro, like, what were you doing at 17?
Jerking it, bro. No, but I mean, bro, at 17 years old, I graduated from high school not knowing what exactly I wanted to do in my future, in a sense. And, bro, this guy's starting in the Champions
Yeah.
League, bro.
I don't
We need
even
to
know.
pack it up, bro.
I was like playing Fortnite at 17.
Yeah, like
yeah.
we were all playing Fortnite.
Yeah.
But
But
yeah, was that your last point?
yeah, wait. I just want
Yeah.
to say shout out to Roberto Sanchez.
Mentalidad. Q Aura by Ogre.
Okay, this is a clip of a moment. If someone could just play the Aura song in their head, I just made that player up just to fuck with these guys.
For real?
Yeah, he does not exist.
No way.
Yeah, I just want.
Why would you fucking bait me?
I don't know. I just felt like pranking. We've never done a prank on this page, so I
Are
said,
you serious?
yeah, it completely made up. That I literally.
Is that why you were laughing the whole time?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck me, bro.
Yeah.
Okay, well, okay.
It's because we have our notes, but like sometimes someone might write something different, and I have my soccer notes, and
I feed off him for the soccer.
Yeah, and I don't show him all my notes, so I go, you know what? Let me prank him. So yeah, Roberto Sanchez doesn't exist, and Koundé is not injured. Aura,
All right, well, I mean...
bro, you gotta give me that one.
Yeah, I mean, you got me, bro.
Yeah,
Okay.
I love it. He was all excited. He's like, I was jerking at 17.
Yeah, no, what?
Okay.
I just gotta show Mike this off camera. Camera obviously can't see this. But
Yeah.
Yeah. What?
Jeez.
What's
Dude,
wrong?
okay, don't say that, don't say that.
No, I
don't
know,
say-
but I'm just saying, like, what's wrong with it?
That's crazy. It's huge. Okay, that's great.
Didn't
Bro.
you have that the whole time?
Okay, wait.
Oh wait, he just got it.
Yeah, you just got... Yeah.
You could play games on it.
He's actually talking about his vape.
Yeah.
Because it sounds like, look how fucking huge
yeah.
it is. That's how
Okay.
you hear in the background. Like, didn't you have
okay.
that the whole time?
Now, moving on to a right back that does actually exist, Trent Alexander-Arnold. Officially, this happened today. Like, I think like 12 hours ago.
I'm so disappointed.
Trent Alexander-Arnold is officially confirms he's leaving Liverpool. Obviously, he was having a little flirtatious vibe with Real Madrid. Obviously, we know he's going to go to Real Madrid. He hasn't stated it, but he has stated at the end of the season he's leaving Liverpool. I want to give your thoughts on it, and then we're going to call Andrea. Quick. He's going to be like, bro, I'm buzzing. Go.
Bro, well, like, I mean, he never really, like, a lot of people thought in the Everton game when he put his jersey on the white flag there, the corner flag, they were like,
Yeah.
oh, that's a sign, he's staying. And my cousin was probably one of those delusional people.
Yeah.
But, bro, he set his heart basically...
he gave 20
is
years
going
to
to
Liverpool. Relax. Like, come
yeah,
on.
like,
He wants a new chapter, a new challenge.
it's just the way he did it. Sometimes it's like just announce to the club that you're leaving. Don't
Look,
don't-
it
he
sucks.
toyed with it the whole season, bro.
No, because the argument, and this is not just him, it happened to Donnarumma when he left Milan. Fans are pissed because if you really love the club, why leave on a free transfer? Why not leave and make your team sell you for a bag? So at least you give some money back to the club.
Yeah,
And Andrea
That's
made a
what
good
Andrea
point.
says, yeah.
When you leave on a free transfer, teams that get you have more money saved up to pay you more because they didn't spend as much on on the transfer itself. Why are you smiling?
I'm just thinking, bro. Like, you got me, bro. Like that, like bro. It's because you
Bro,
were.
I
so
told them,
into it.
me, I'm on episode 9 of the podcast. These guys are still on episode 7, bro. Me, I'm ahead of them. But call Andrea. We're gonna quickly go through it.
Here, put it on pause. We'll just have you on the pod. Okay, we finally got a hold of Andrea. Andrea, we wanted to just ask you your thoughts, quick.
Because we're live right now.
We're
with-
live on the pod right now. Just
about
give
Trent
us your
Alexander-Arnold.
thoughts on Trent, bro, leaving.
On Trent leaving, I honestly think after reading, okay, I was sent an IG, and I read the post, and it felt sentimental. But when I watched the interview, it felt scripted.
He's right.
I feel that I don't know. He spent 20 years at the club, but really it all started when he actually broke into the first team, and the fans, the management, the club itself gave him that platform, and so. Beyond those years before that, it was all fun and games. You know, you're young, you're playing with your boys. When you break through the first team, that's when it really got serious. And now you're leaving on a free. You looked out for your own pocket. You know that you were leaving on a free. So Real Madrid.
Yeah, that's why I pointed that out. Drew.
That's what we said. We said that maybe
Yeah.
he should have just really announced it to the club before he left.
But he's right
Yeah,
though.
they should've done
His
that. We
announcement
would've
video was like a cue
admired
card.
him. We would have been like, look
Yeah.
at what we got. Oh my God, boyhood club. But he played on that whole thing. Worried about what was all the money that was going in his pocket and didn't care. And
He has a
honestly,
point.
it's a little selfish, but It is what it is. But don't give me that bullshit. You're gonna win a Ballon d'Or. Get out of here.
Wait, but Dre, can you say,
not winning a
bro,
Ballon
I'm
d'Or.
buzzing.
Oh yeah, before we let you go, can you just say it once, bro? I'm buzzing.
I'm buzzing.
All right,
We
thanks,
love you,
bro.
Dre.
Thanks for your input. We love you, bro. All right,
No worries.
ciao.
All right, guys.
All right,
Ciao, ciao.
ciao.
That was Andrea,
Oh.
our analyst, live from Austin, Texas.
Yeah, and just before because that was your last point, right, in soccer.
Well, I just wanted to add something.
Okay,
but,
so I'll say it at the end. Go.
but yes, Andrea's right. His farewell speech, it sounded like he was reading off a cue card. It was pretty pathetic.
Oh yeah.
You can watch it on his Instagram. It was pretty pathetic.
Check it out. Yeah.
Pretty pathetic.
Was that? Oh, okay, that was your last point.
No. I have something written down, but
right.
if you
So,
wanted to add
go,
something,
because I want to ask you a question at the end.
okay. I just wanted to get your thoughts on this. Is real though, guys. I'm okay. Now he's gonna have trust issues. This is real. Right now, in all of the European, this is the big ones, but England, Spain, and Italy, we have approximately in Italy it's 1 point, and in England and Spain it's like 3 to 4 points. The Champions League races to qualify are absolutely insane. They're going down to the wire. And I just wanted to point that out. Like, these are actually insane games that are going to the
end of year, basically.
Yeah. Normally they don't go down to the wire like this. By then, like at this end of the point of the season last year, Lazio was pretty much GG's, and we're in the race. Do you think we will get Champions League?
I think you guys could. If you guys pull off a win against Inter.
Yeah, that's a tough part.
And you have to beat Juve this weekend.
Yeah, bro, that's a big game. That's a big game.
That's what I want to ask you just before we cap it off quick, because I was having this debate with my cousin last night, Andrea, once again. What do you think clubs desire more? Being in, let's say, both in Champions League and both at the top of their tables.
Oh, okay.
A Champions League trophy or a domestic league trophy? Like not a domestic league, but your like your league trophy.
Oh, you're asking me.
What do you think
Easily
they put more
Champions
stock
League.
into?
Easily Champions League.
My cousin differs and says that a team, and I, because he's like, you know what? He's like Champions League. He's like, a lot. Yes, it's a big trophy to win, but he's like, you know, like it's not. He's like, it's not as important as your league.
I disagree. Champions League is literally the pinnacle of club football. A Champions League. I wouldn't say this is different debate. The whole different debate. What's harder to win, a league title or a Champions League? That's a discussion for a different day.
I want to just ask quick too, because shout out Box to Box. They shouted Biagio out actually on their
Yeah,
second to last episode.
they call me Bianco Celesti, but guys, it's called BNMTV now.
So they shouted him out on this last episode because they know he's a Lazio fan. They actually went in his live when Lazio played in their second leg of the Europa League. At the end, they tried to bust his balls. Didn't affect him, but it affected him at night in a sense. The whole game crumbled. I've never seen Biagio that defeated in my life. But okay, so you say Champions League, but just quick.
Oh, I would argue. I would prefer Champions League over a league title, but I would argue that a league title is way harder to win. 38 games.
Okay.
The best team always wins.
Yeah.
The league, the best team doesn't always win the Champions League.
You see there, with the Champions League, I agree with you. The first thing saying that I think it's what you really want to win every year.
It's moments.
in a
Champions
sense.
League is based off moments.
But I disagree with you in the league, just because I think that the Champions League must be harder to win in a sense that you have to play. You're playing the best of the best.
Yes.
And you're playing different styles of soccer every game until you get to the knockout stage.
No, but you need to understand, bro. People don't understand playing relegation teams is so tough because they know they suck. So, bro, they just put all 11 men behind the ball. It's hard to break them down. I'm telling you, these are way harder, bro.
Yeah, but you could study them better because you have a bigger sample size.
You play them twice a year, yes.
Yeah.
But, bro, you could fluke your way to a final. It's happened, bro.
I think not in a Champions League final. How many teams have
Not in
really
a final. No,
fluked their way
get to the final, I'm saying.
How many teams have fluked their way to the final?
Porto have made it far. Porto won the Champions League in 2004.
But that goes to show you, it's like, this is a lot of teams that were probably top of their league at some point. I don't know exactly who Porto faced off, but
they played Monaco in the final.
They got bounced by Porto, which probably was also top of their league in
and that's not discrediting. Porto obviously didn't have the best of the best, but bro, to make for them, they won the treble. You know how hard that is.
Yeah.
Porto.
Yeah.
And so just we're gonna cap it off with that Champions League race. And I wanted to say it. I don't remember how many episodes it was. Might have been episode 5, so it's been 2 episodes. My Laziale. Remember when I said I have my ways? Remember when I said I have my ways?
You didn't wear your Roma jersey yet.
Remember when I said I have my
Holy
ways?
shit.
It's been 2
Oh my God, we haven't. Oh
Yeah, he's trying to.
No. I didn't deflect nothing.
Okay, so next episode.
No, I didn't
remember, please,
deflect.
next
I
episode.
didn't deflect nothing. It's 3 weeks about. I've been getting messages. Me, I don't say nothing.
Okay, well, bro,
It's not my.
that's gay.
No, it's
because
not. No, it's not.
It is. Anyway,
Is it?
on-
Whoa, is it my responsibility to get that toilet paper of a jersey? No,
Okay.
not my problem.
Okay. Well, listen. Well, we won't forget. We won't forget next episode. Next
Laziale,
episode.
I
I'm gonna
told
put
you.
a reminder. I'm gonna put it on the time tree.
And next episode, he's gonna wear it the entire episode.
Okay.
This is
Moving
not,
on.
this is not my fault. You guys had to furnish this jersey. That's not my
Whatever.
problem,
It's fine. Just for that, you're gonna wear it the whole episode, bro.
bro. If I never brought it up, you guys wouldn't have said anything anymore. So
Well,
I don't care. I have
anyway.
aura.
Moving
Twice.
on to the
Twice in the same
NBA.
episode.
Moving on to the NBA.
NBA guys, let's move on to basketball.
The Minnesota Timberwolves take down the Los Angeles Lakers in Game 5 of the series, winning 4-1. Obviously, if you do the math there, 4-1. And with the final score of 103-96. So a close game, a collapse by the Lakers in that series. And
No more Vinny Ade.
no, Anthony Edwards showed out, man. Anthony Edwards, that's like the only thing I have to say. And well, I also want to talk about the Lakers a bit, but bro, in game 5 of the playoffs, the Timberwolves subbed on Jackson Darius, bro. Jackson Darius, bro, a 19-year-old, bro. It was their second round pick last year.
Okay,
Dropped 23 points, bro. 23 points.
that's crazy.
How crazy is that? What do you think? Like, do you think that?
Okay, bro. Are you trying to just shut up, bro? You can't play me on my own game 5 minutes after I did it, bro. When he said Jackson, he's like, "What do you think of the 19-year-old?" Okay, bro. That's you almost had it, but then when you said, "What do you think of the 19-year-old?"
Shit. Anyway.
Oh
yeah,
god.
I
Now
was-
the trust has been broken. Now we're just gonna start pranking each other on the podcast.
So
I didn't hide the Roma thing. I didn't say anything. It's up to you guys to remember, not me.
Okay. Anyway, moving on from soccer. No more soccer.
He brought
Lakers-
He brought it up. Just saying. We're talking about basketball.
The Lakers go down, man, to the Timberwolves. This was technically in the books. It was. I think the Timberwolves were favorites in this playoff
Yes,
series, but
yes.
you can't never count LeBron James out. And with Luka, a lot of people thought that the Lakers were
But
probably.
can we talk about how underwhelming he was in this series, though?
He was, bro.
It was really pathetic.
But like we were saying, bro, like when you don't have the reps and you're not the guy,
But it's still Luka Doncic. We're not talking about
he
a bum
is,
over
but
here.
bro, I say it and I repeat my cousin because it's actually a good quote, bro. When you're on a team with LeBron James, you come third. There's LeBron first and his aura in second.
That's crazy.
So you're the third man on the team.
I'd put him fourth, bro.
And
Vinny
bro,
Ade in third.
Whether he's really good or not, okay? Luka's a very good player. I don't think anybody doubts that. I don't think one series really changes our look on Luka.
Yeah. But it was underwhelming.
It's like when you're not the man and you don't get those reps, it's hard to feel the way he was playing in Dallas.
Yeah.
Like in Dallas, he
I
was
understand.
the go-to guy with Kyrie Irving as a supporting cast, being his Robin, kind of driving the net, feeding him the ball. And which is weird because LeBron James is arguably one of the best passers of all time. So I found it weird that Luka really couldn't find rhythm with.
or feed off of him.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly, which
Yeah.
is weird. But listen, it's also obviously a small sample size because they had half a season together and moving. Like obviously, he was very disgruntled when he got traded from the Mavs. He even had an interview with ESPN, I think, and he showed his I think it's his wife or his agent that brought in the phone, or somebody on his team that brought in the phone that he had when he got the phone call.
Okay.
And that he was traded, and bro, like he said, he's like, I whipped it across the room. You see, like the whole screen is cracked. So it just goes to show how, and even when he had his return game to Dallas, like he was emotional, he was crying. So I mean, I think he was really happy in Dallas, and sometimes that plays with the mental of a player. We've seen it in all sports. I think
So
he
maybe
bounces back.
It'll take time, I guess.
No, I think he bounces back next year. I don't think it takes that much time. I think I think he needed a good like solid 6-7 months to kind of like, okay, well, they've officially moved on from me, and I moved on from them. But shout out Anthony Edwards, really putting the T-Wolves on his back with Rudy Gobert, and oh my God, his name is slipping away. But anyway, all three of them worked really good together. I think I'm gonna go get his name because you know what, this guy deserves to be shouted
But
out.
guys, while he goes and look for that, we did make a clip already or a video on it. We did a video on it on our Instagram and everywhere, and Andrea did a nice coverage of that, of the Lakers falling off. He actually called Anthony Edwards, he called him Ant-Man. That's his nickname?
Yeah, that's his nickname. Yeah, Anthony
That's
is his
sick.
nickname.
I like that.
Sorry. In the last, there's Dante DiVincenzo that they got from the Knicks, who was really good, and even Julius Randle. So I mean, those are
Yeah.
like the guys that I was talking about. But Conley showed up in the playoffs, bro. Like a good supporting cast player. Mike Conley, that is.
Yeah. Next,
moving
Pacers
on next.
eliminate Bucks.
I don't think it was that much of a surprise. The Bucks had kind of a fluky season, and the Pacers were
Yeah.
really red hot from last year with Siakam and Halliburton kind of carrying them through the series. And it didn't help that Dame went down, I think, in Game 3 with a torn Achilles. So they took the series 4-1. It wasn't really even close.
So Giannis can only be a freak on the sheets now.
Yeah. What
not
did
on
you
the
say
court.
about Giannis? You said you love him, eh?
I love him for his. I didn't expect him to have such a thick accent when I first heard his voice, and his banter off camera between that blowjob button that his girlfriend got him or something.
The blowjob.
Ring for a blowjob, and then the he could be a freak on the court and on the sheets. Now obviously no more court, so it's gonna have to be in the bed. But and I love that when he ripped into that reporter.
Bro, this is European. This is like how Euros answer everything, bro. Like this is Italian.
For people that don't know, by the way, he's Greek. He
comes from Greece. But he's like, the reporter was like, what did he ask?
So what happened was the Bucks just had an underwhelming. This wasn't. We're not talking about now. This was a couple years ago. He had an underwhelming season. The Bucks got eliminated, and they're like, would you deem this season as a failure? Miggy, he lost. He's like,
but you, Michael Jordan, loses one playoff series.
He's like, he played 15 years in the NBA.
Yeah.
He won 9 titles. The other 6 years is a failure.
He's a failure.
No, but this is the one I liked. He's like, you're a reporter, huh? Okay. You feed your family, you have a goal, you feed your kids. Every year you don't get promotion. It's a failure. No, it's steps to success. I love him, bro.
He's good.
He's a good guy, bro.
Talking about the Knicks, when we're talking about the Julius Randle and
moving on to the next playoff series.
The Knicks versus the Pistons.
Pope
I didn't think it was going to be. Yeah, the Pope tried to save them.
They needed the Pope to die several times to get.
They tried to save them, but the Pope tried to save them by passing away, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But it didn't come to fruition. 4-2 for the Knicks.
I was surprised it was okay. The 4-2 is not close, but like I thought it was going to be way worse.
Just a sneak peek, kind of, bro. The Knicks won tonight against the Celtics, 108-105 in extra time.
So as guys, keep in mind, like we always say, we record on Monday nights, so. As we're recording, this stuff happens, right?
Basically, the NHL playoffs, the second round started, and also the NBA playoffs.
So we try to also give you guys live updates. Obviously, when you listen to this, will be the day after, but still, that's crazy. I still think the Celtics are gonna take it, but the Knicks are.
I think the Knicks have a
so?
well put together team.
I think it'll go to Game 7, and then the Celtics will take it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but shout out the Knicks though. You know how New York fan bases are with sports.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
The Knicks are so. The fan base is crazy.
Yeah, they have what's his name? Oh my god, they have a guy that goes to every game. I forget his name. Oh my god, Jew. Write the Knicks super fan. His name it's pissing me off now that I can't find his name.
Is he a better fan than that like guy with the turban that goes to all the Raptor games? You know what I'm talking about?
He's sort of like him.
Yeah,
that's Nav super.
I love that guy.
But what's his name? Jew? Spidey something. I think his name is Spidey.
Is it Spike Lee?
Spike Lee.
No, but he's not a super fan. He's a producer.
He's a super fan.
No, I know, but that's not what he's known for. You know, he's a famous producer.
No, I know, but he's also like a super fan for them. But it's just.
There's also Stan Asofsky.
I don't know, but I know Spike Lee is at every Knicks home game.
I didn't even know Spike Lee was a super fan. I just thought I was like, wait, does this guy think he's just that?
No. I know it's just the name was slipping away. But
that's crazy. Well, I know him as a producer. I didn't know he was known as a super fan as well.
Yeah, so they beat the Rockets. They beat the Pistons, and now are up 1-0 basically in the series against the Celtics.
Did they play at home tonight?
I think that no, tonight they played in Boston, so they got the dub in Boston. But I think that mixture of because you were like, oh, you think that they could win. I think that mixture of Jalen Brunson and Karl Anthony Towns is amazing. I think Karl Anthony Towns a power forward with Jalen Brunson kind of being the go-to guy or the primary ball handler. I think that they could put something up good together because yes, it takes 5 men to make a team, but obviously I think chemistry plays a bigger part in that. And that's why I think moving on to the Golden State Warriors beating the Rockets 4-3. Rockets,
that's experience. You said it was a young
it's
team.
Experience, but bro, the Rockets being a young team, being in their first playoffs in I think almost 6 or 7 years since James Harden left basically. It's surprising to see that they got to Game 7. They were the favorites in the series, though. And to be honest with you, they were the favorites in the series, and that's just a team that plays well, like with chemistry. I'm very proud of the Rockets. They're a young team. I'm happy for Steph because Steph is a likable guy, and I think that, like I said, experience will always beat youth when it comes to head on. Because yes, they're old, but they still have a lot of talent. Like Steph has talent. What's his name? Oh my God. Jimmy Butler has talent. Draymond Green has talent. They're all guys that have been far in their careers. Steph Curry has
Been there, done
4
that.
or 5 chips, I think, along with Draymond Green being by his side by most of those chips. So I think that, you know what, I think Golden State can make it far this year, and that's where we're gonna get to our predictions. But yes, the Golden State Warriors beat the Rockets 4-3 and 103-89 in the last game. So not really a close game or a close ending in the last game. But shout out to the to Steph and the Warriors.
Yeah.
But now to our predictions. So we have Knicks
round.
versus Celtics.
I'm going Celtics in 7. Guys, you have to keep in mind this. You're talking about the defending champs.
I'm seeing Knicks in 7.
Okay.
Drew?
Celtics in 6.
So Drew says Celtics in 6. Now Nuggets versus OKC. They're playing now, but I didn't check the score yet. I'm gonna say OKC takes this series in 6 games.
I like that you didn't check the score before you
I
made
didn't
your
check the
prediction.
score.
That's fair. I'm gonna say Nuggets in 5.
You?
OKC in 5.
OKC in 5. I'm gonna
What's
go
the
check
score?
the score. That's what I'm gonna go check for game 1. Give me a second, fellas. It's 60-50 OKC at the half. So just they're up 10 points, but that's
Okay.
nothing. That's nothing.
Next one.
Pacers versus Cavs. The Pacers are up 1 in this series,
Okay.
but the Cavs are the heavy favorites.
No, I know, but obviously we have to take it with a grain of salt. This is tough because I don't want to be biased just because they won the first game.
But they really controlled them. Like I saw this series, bro. The Pacers went down after in the third quarter, but they were up all game and they really controlled the whole game. So I'll give my prediction first. I'll say
Go.
I'll say Pacers in 5. Actually,
I was gonna say actually I was
for
gonna
real,
say that.
Pacers in 5.
I was gonna say Pacers in 5
Pacers
too.
in 5.
I'm going to say Cavs in 6.
Cavs in 6. Okay.
Yeah, it's a good prediction, bro. It's one game.
It's really on anything can happen.
Anything can happen basically. And last series, Golden State Warriors versus the Minnesota Timberwolves. Who do you have?
Oof. This is tough
Want me
because
to go first?
yeah, go first because the
gonna say-
Timberwolves have that momentum.
I'm gonna say Golden State in 5.
I'm gonna disagree. I'm gonna say Timberwolves used the momentum well from their eliminating Lakers. I'm gonna say Timberwolves in 6.
Timberwolves in 6, and you, Drew?
Say Golden State in 7.
Golden State in 7. So yeah, they're pretty. These are now we got past the round where there's no longer big heavy favorites. Like when the Celtics played the Magic, Celtics were a heavy favorite.
Yeah.
Same.
Now
goes
we're at
for,
a point. It's
Same goes for Cavs. Cavs played the Heat. Cavs were a heavy favorite. Now
Yeah.
we're like really in.
now we're at a
Yeah,
point
now it's
where
contenders.
it's like a coin toss, a coin
Yeah,
flip.
the only
game.
team I'd kind of be surprised that would if they would win. Like I know, I want OKC to beat the Nuggets because the Nuggets are really good, but I think that OKC has the talent to do it. But if OKC would win, the championship this year, I'd be kind of surprised, to be honest with you. That's the only team that I'm like.
That's
wow.
like the one dark horse.
Them and the Knicks. Let's say those are like
Okay.
the 2 teams
That's
where I'm
fair.
like.
That's fair.
Because Timberwolves, I could see them doing something. Obviously, I want Golden State to win, so I'm a little biased there. But yeah, those are like
Are
the
you
2
a
teams.
fan of a specific basketball team or just
No,
like watching?
just a neutral. Yeah,
Yeah,
just a
yeah,
neutral. All right, but Biagio. Well, that was our NBA segment. Biagio,
Yeah,
take it
let's
away.
move on, guys. We're still having some fun
This
here.
is not a spontaneous one.
Yeah,
This is,
yeah, this one was planned. All right, guys, our third and final sponsor of the episode. Shout out Salvatore Pizza. You guys saw it when we did the NFL draft. It was absolutely delicious. Fresh pizza always. They also have chicken wings, fries, all that stuff. The whole shebang. Mike, we give a shout out.
I love, bro. I love like pizza is one of the foods that I'd say
Yeah.
like one of my comfort foods.
Yeah.
And also I love chicken wings, and that's what they supplied us with during the NFL draft.
Yeah.
Which really hit like my comfort zone.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can go there for all your party needs. Even just going out like for supper, just like that.
Yeah.
Or ordering in. Obviously, ordering in is fun. Saturday nights when it's raining, or just Saturday nights in general.
You don't
Now
feel
that
like
it's the
cooking
summer.
and stuff.
Now that
Go to
it's the summer.
Salvatore.
Now that it's the summer, on the side
Yeah.
of the pool, outside on the balcony, in the backyard, outside in the front lawn, wherever you want it, man. Salvatore is there for you.
Yeah,
So,
guys. Even after
shout out
like
Salvatore.
even if you put like a Deshaun Watson, have a nice slice of pizza after you're done.
That is crazy.
Anyways, guys, but yes, shout out Salvatore, and we have a segment here. So we are giving 1 bite reviews presented by Salvatore, and basically what this is we're gonna rattle off. It could be a team, a player, whatever, and we are going to say the team player, and you have to in 1 bite, 1 word, describe the first thing that comes to mind when you say it. We're gonna. Do you want to do all 5 or one?
Yeah,
one,
we'll do
two,
5. Like we'll go like back.
Okay.
Like I'll start. And
Yeah,
then,
you go.
Okay. So it's
Let's go.
one word. Okay.
So starting off with me.
Okay.
Go.
Patrick Mahomes.
Diva.
Roma.
Ass.
Cricket. The sport itself.
Brampton.
O.J. Simpson.
Glove.
Aaron Hernandez.
Bro. Mexican.
Yeah. Okay, that was good.
Bro, what? This guy really did a number. That's why you guys were giggling over
Yeah,
there.
that's why we were laughing. Yeah.
Okay, the ones I chose for you, I thought they were pretty funny.
Okay. Brampton. This guy said Brampton.
Bro, I could though. I could. Only the real ones would know what I'm talking about. But
Well, all Canadians, yeah. Basically.
yeah, but I just found them funny in my head. But obviously, you might not think the same thing as me when you see these words. Ready?
Yeah.
Rangers.
Glorious.
Your team. Okay, anyway. Birmingham.
Birmingham.
Yeah.
Butt fuck nowhere.
It's a fake team. I made it up.
Okay.
That's 2. Okay, I'm done now.
Okay.
Okay, wait. I'll give you a real one.
Give me a real one.
Sorry. Maple Leafs.
Chokers.
Lazio.
Lazio? Mid. Mid.
I'll give you a second chance. Okay, guys, we're back. Lazio.
Historic.
Mariners.
Unachieved.
And last one, Sinner.
My goat.
Nah, that's 2 words.
Goat.
I was going to say doping. By the way, I wrote it down as Skinner. I thought his name was Skinner this whole time.
Sinner,
But yeah, guys,
He's
that
talking
is...
about Jannik Sinner, the tennis player.
Yeah, the tennis player. He's back.
Yeah.
But guys, that was One Bite Review presented by Salvatore. Always fresh. Pizza. Delicious. And that was a really fun segment. I can't wait to do
segment.
that.
Those are fun segments.
Yeah, those
they're
are fun
little,
segments.
Cute little segments.
Yeah.
Moving on to hockey.
Yeah.
A lot going on in hockey. The
Mike.
Habs officially eliminated from the playoffs. I used to pray for times like this.
I
to
thought your
ram
smile
like
would be
this, and-
bigger. Because obviously
Oh.
last week
I was just singing.
Yeah.
I used to pray for times like this.
Actually,
bro.
no, you had like that screenshot ready or like the
Yeah.
song.
Or the song, you know the song by Macklemore? I feel glorious, glorious. That's like what I was
That's
singing in
why.
my head, seeing the
No,
downfall
yeah.
of the Habs, bro.
A week ago.
I think 95% of NHL fans would say that if the Rangers had the Habs position, like Biagio just said, we could have probably.
Yeah, because once you get into the
cleaned house
playoffs,
against
your
the,
mentality
Caps.
changes.
It's a new season.
Yeah, because then it's like
Whatever we
Any-
did during the season, even if we had a mid-season,
even if you
came in as a
scraped
wild
by
card,
and went into the playoffs, it
it's a
doesn't
new
matter.
season.
You're
It's
good.
a new season.
Yeah, I agree with you.
So,
So
Habs officially eliminated.
anything you want to say?
One
about
thing I just want to say about the Habs, they overachieved this season and it was good. Like, I'm gonna give them
Respect.
a compliment.
I'm
Respect
happy.
to them. Fair game. They overachieved. They won games that we didn't, and they made it to the playoffs. Which, I mean, listen, I hate the Habs, but respect to them and
4-1.
kudos to them. But 4-1, they dropped the game in Game 4 when they were up 3-1. They dropped 2-1 or 2-0 or 3-1. Anyway, it was a 2-goal lead. They ended up 1-goal lead. They ended up dropping it, getting tied in the third period, and then they even lost in the third period and went up to 5-3. I think the score was or 4-2. So a little sad on their end, but guys, you guys could remain with a smile on your face. You guys do have a bright future. Guys, we had to just do a quick pause there. Producer Drew was dying in the back with a nosebleed, so it was pretty serious. We had to cut.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, we were talking about the Habs getting eliminated. So like I said, I'm just going to repeat myself. Kudos to them. And like you were saying, Biagio, they have a bright future ahead. Not something to pout over in a season where they overachieved, right?
Oh, I wanted to add.
Yes.
I feel like, not saying we would have won the series, but if we would have capitalized on that overtime game in Washington, it could have been a different series.
It's always, it's that's how it is
Because
in
it
the
sets
playoffs,
the
man.
tone. I find it sets the
bro.
tone.
You go up 1-0, you go up 2-1. It could be 2-2 or 2. You know, like it's always tight knitted playoffs, and that's how it is. But talking about a series that was tight knitted, man. I had the St. Louis Blues to win in 7, and unfortunately they fumbled the bag yesterday.
Yeah,
Wild finish, Biagio. So give us a description of what happened in Winnipeg St. Louis series in Game 7. As it was 10 o'clock at night.
I have the
at
times
everyone's
precisely.
house, Eastern time, 10 o'clock.
I have to be quick because my iPad's at 3%, but I remember my notes.
Okay.
So, by the way, as we're recording, the Maple Leafs beat Florida 5-4, so they're up 1-0 in the series.
And Anthony Stolarz, their starting goalie, was stretched off the ice.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah. So they're saying that it's probably a concussion and he's like finished. I'm gonna have to check what happened out there.
Let's hope for the best for him. So, just to give you guys a quick recap of basically the important part of the game. Third period, Blues are up by 2. We're thinking my prediction was right or whatever. I said the President's Trophy curse would live on, but it was broken. In the last 2 minutes of the game, Namestnikov, okay? Andrea scores. Okay, they get one back. Bro, it says here with
So
3
they're up 3-2.
Yeah. So, okay, that's fine. It says here 3 seconds. But, guys, with 1.6 seconds left on the clock, the Jets were mere milliseconds away from having their season end. Perfetti deflects. It's kind of like a shot towards the net, deflects it. No.
Well, it was a one-timer shot and he deflected it.
Yeah, but it was more. Yeah, but it was. If he didn't deflect it, it would have went way off target.
No, but it was still like the play itself is like a one-timer.
The assist was a one-timer, yes.
No, not the assist. Oh yeah, the assist. Yeah, sorry, yeah.
He kind of just put a stick there and flicked it into the top net past Bennington, and Bennington.
Yeah.
What did I say? Benny.
Yeah.
But yeah, Winnipeg Jets send it to overtime. At
that point, it was their series to lose. You're at home.
Yeah.
But
the Blues were definitely shitting their pants.
Oh yeah. It was Winnipeg series to lose.
Well, the Jets were obviously the favorites, but I'm just saying. So we go to overtime. Obviously, no goals. For people that don't know, there's no shootouts in playoffs. There could be 50. Yeah, there could be 50,000 overtimes. It won't stop. Second overtime with just over 4 minutes left. Lowry gets the winner, and the Jets.
Captain Lowry, yeah.
Yeah, the Jets are now going to face Dallas Stars. By the way, yeah.
They scraped through. They scraped through. They scraped through on a win. A series win is a series win. New series.
They're getting a lot of. I saw a lot of memes on Instagram though that they're like, "Oh, you're glazing a Game 7 last minute winner against the Blues." Still a win.
Hellebuck has to step up though if they want to have a fighting chance.
Did he get pulled?
And yesterday, no, he stayed until the end. He played.
No, okay, it was game 6.
Game 6, yeah, he got pulled.
Yeah, that was pretty pathetic. But give him the benefit
of the doubt. He can't stop a beach ball right now. He's gonna be the Vezina winner, and he can't stop a beach ball.
But let's give him the benefit of the doubt. It was probably just an off game.
Yeah, no, he had an off series, bro. He was asked.
No, but the coach, I'm pretty sure was. I might be mistaken, but the coach was kind of like defending him ish. You know, you still have to have confidence in your goalie. When the coach doesn't believe in you, forget it, bro.
Yeah, you can't shut down your starting goalie that's gonna win the Vezina this year. Off series by him. Hopefully he bounces back because even the goals he let in yesterday were kind of weak, bro. There was like a shot by Mathieu Joseph that just went in. It was really he can't stop a beach ball in the series. In the first series against the Blues. Did not impress me. I would have went back to Comrie in Game 7. They went back to the Hellebuck route, and it kind of paid dividends for them. But anyway, like you were saying, facing off against Dallas now. Dallas Stars, who scraped by in Game 7 of the Colorado Avalanche.
I wouldn't say scrape by because...
They did scrape by. It's Game 7. You brought it to 7 games.
Yes, but this I feel was like a coin toss flip type series.
Yes.
I said, I believe I said Avalanche in 7 in our bonus episode.
Still, Dallas. I got my prediction right. Actually, if you go on our TikTok, you can see Dallas in 7 games. I got it right. But what was really astounding in this series, obviously, Landeskog came back. Guy that hasn't played in 2 years, which is nice to see. 3 years, yeah. Well, yeah, pushing 3, yeah, basically.
By the way, fun fact. Just want to slip this in. I love giving fun facts. Yeah. He is on a list with 2 other players. Of longest active player that
hadn't played between careers
between seasons. The other 2 players, the reason why there was a big gap and when they went and came back is because they were fighting World War II. And that I'm being said, I don't remember who they were.
It's been a while.
Yeah, one of them was from the Maple Leafs, and the other one I believe was from the Bruins. Do you realize how crazy that is? Like, bro, went to go fight a war and came back. That's why they missed their games. Yeah. Landeskog, what happened to you, bro?
Well, he got hurt.
Obviously, I'm busting balls, but
he got. It was actually during the COVID series. He got his ligaments in his leg cut by. I don't know if it's actually a Dallas player. I can't remember which player, but he got his ligaments torn in his leg when a skate went up. And, one thing led to another, and 3 years went by, and now he's back. So that was a notable mention. But talking about an ex-Colorado Avalanche who shined in this series and kind of sealed the deal for them in Game 7 was Mikko Rantanen, who put up 3 goals, a Hattie at home against the Colorado Avalanche's ex-team. Shined and kind of showed like, you know what? I wasn't going to stay with you guys, but you know what? I am the man in a sense. And I think he was just tired of being in Nate Dogg's shadow. That is Nathan McKinnon, of course. And went his own route, which is fine. It's good to set your own mark. Yeah. He's not a mean guy, but it's just that like he had like a weird... He even told like the Hurricanes, like, I don't want to be a part of this organization. That was weird, but we spoke on that when it had happened. But yeah, shout out to Mikko Rantanen. And that guy like basically like a fuck you to the Colorado... Not that Colorado treated him bad, it's just that they didn't want to pay him the money that he was asking for.
No, but it's aura to eliminate your former team, especially with the scenario that happened in the situation. And I just want to add, by the way, the odds were in Dallas's favor. Pete DeBoer, the coach of the Dallas Stars, is 9-0 in every single Game 7 he's ever... Well, all 9 that he's coached. So that's aura.
Don't bet against Pete DeBoer, I guess, in Game 7.
And but speaking of the last 2 Canadian teams, Oilers and Maple Leafs. Oilers haven't started their game, their second round, obviously, but they
got it done as we expected.
They got it done.
It kind of frisky, but they got it done.
I was just gonna say that a bit like
they put doubt in our minds because we were all saying Oilers, but they put doubt in our minds. That's for sure.
Next time, don't take this long to eliminate them. But
no, they fucked around a little too much in 2 games, and they had to come back and go to overtime to win the game. So I mean, like it was a scrappy series, but you know what? They always shine against the Kings. It's been 4 years in a row we said that they've played in the series and they've won. So yeah, both teams won their series 4-2. Oilers and Toronto. That is Toronto. I don't think was really a doubt.
So maybe we could make a case. It's good that the way you structured it in the notes.
Yeah.
They both kind of scared us.
Yeah, they both. Well, Toronto was up 3-1. Well, they were up 3-0.
3-0. Yeah, they were a game away from sweeping.
They were up 3-0, a game away from sweeping, and in Toronto fashion, we were kind of scared that they were gonna. Well, not that we were scared, but like, though. But we were starting to say when like,
it was 3-2 though. Come on,
it came up 3-2. Like
we all thought that.
Yeah, we all thought that, especially at home. The Senators were at home in that game 6, so it was like, oof. Imagine they scrape a win with like the home crowd advantage.
Because like you said, you've mentioned it several times on the podcast since we started that first of all, the way you need to respect teams that have come back from 3-0 down to win 4-3.
It's rare.
To win 4 playoff hockey games back to back is tough.
It's very tough, especially because of the home advantage and
like
the back and forth.
I say, it's obviously sad. You saw Kachuk, man. It was in tears.
He'll have his chance.
But you know what though? I give him respect. The Ottawa Senators.
I think he has to leave Ottawa, but he's gonna stay. Obviously,
I was actually gonna say that, But you gotta give him like. I feel bad for him. Honestly, I kind of hate it. I thought he was a bit of an ass when I was watching the Four Nations because he's a bit of a prick, the guy.
Yeah, but that's because we were rooting for Team Canada.
Yeah, I know.
You want him on your team. He's that guy like.
Yeah, but I will say that like I feel for him because you know what, like Senators fans should be happy the way they made the playoffs. And the fight back they showed against the Maple Leafs, they should 100%. Be proud. The Battle of Ontario went Toronto's way because they were the heavy favorites, but still.
It's been like 2-3 years that the Senators have been teasing. Oh, we're on the come. It's like
okay, but they made the playoffs now.
They made the playoffs, but bro, they were in a wild card spot. Now it's time for them to like step up and kind of.
So next season they should make it more convincingly than they did this season.
Do roster moves, get something, bolster up the defense, get some depth on your offense, and like try to get something going. You know what I mean? Like now it's time. But moving on from that, we're going to our predictions. Obviously, Florida
second round. We're also we're gonna have our video released as well, but let's give a more elaborate discussion on the second round.
So we're gonna start off with.
I'm locked in, by the way. My iPad's is at 1%, so I'm locked in.
It's all good. Yeah,
I'm ready.
So it's this game basically started. Well, it was the first game played.
It's okay.
Tonight,
we could give
but it's okay. Like we did for the NBA. Florida versus Toronto. Listen, Toronto's up. They won 5-1, 4-1,
5-4.
5-4. Oh, 5-4.
Yeah.
Jeez, because I was.
Oh, you thought I said 5-1?
No. It's because I saw the series at one point. It was
4-1. It was 4-1.
It was 4-1 at one
Actually,
point,
before we started filming this, it was like we're at probably like an hour-ish into this episode. An hour ago, they were up 4-1. They only won 5-4. I'm just saying. Okay, it's a bit,
bro. Florida had tied it, bro.
But that's what I'm saying.
No, they didn't tie it. Sorry, Toronto was always up.
No, but they were still from 4-1 to 5-4.
It's still pretty crazy.
Listen, I'm not being biased here because obviously it's easy to give a prediction after the first game. I know Toronto won, but bro, I'm saying Panthers in 6.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Panthers.
Panthers are winning this.
Panthers in 6. I think that the Panthers are gonna figure it out now. Stolarz is out.
Yeah,
that means
defending champions too.
Yeah, so I mean they're gonna go move on to their second goalie. And I think the defending champs are gonna.
I just want to ask you. I want to add this after the Leafs. Now I wouldn't say narrowly. I would say eliminated the Senators. There, all the guys in the subway were saying we want Florida.
Yeah, it's
Like, bro,
I don't
relax.
think
You,
you want Florida.
yeah, you do not want
You do
Florida.
not want Florida. Florida's going to take this series. Joseph Paul is an amazing goalie, but I think that Florida.
Listen, Maple Leaf fans, be happy. Obviously, you guys are on to the next round, but relax.
Yeah.
Like you realize you're going against the cup champs,
Yeah,
defending
exactly.
champs.
So
relax.
we both have Florida in 6. You, Drew?
I'm gonna say Florida in 7. I think
Florida in 7.
the Leafs are gonna
I
It
was
could go
gonna
the
I
distance.
was gonna
It
say
could
that
go
too,
the
but
distance.
it's the Maple Leafs. I'm gonna say 6.
do that choking.
Yeah.
Oh, you think the Leafs are going to go up and then choke?
I think they're gonna go up 3-0 and then Florida's gonna.
Jeez, that would be crazy.
That would be insane.
That would be insane.
But
Winnipeg.
I think it's the first time we are on the same page now for an NHL prediction.
Yeah, no, I think
Because it really
Florida-
depends how you look at it.
This game, I don't
But
even
Florida,
put much
though.
stock into it.
Yeah.
Uh,
You still say Florida, just one more game. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not just
No,
change
that's
much.
it.
Next one.
Winnipeg versus Dallas. I say Dallas in 5.
Yeah. Like honestly, the Jets fans, you have to see them.
Weren't convincing at all.
No, but you
I'm
gotta
talking about, Winnipeg.
Yeah, the Jets. Yeah, but I'm just saying, like you still gotta respect them, bro. The guy from Bar Down there, I don't know what his name is. You know what I'm talking about?
Jesse Pollock.
I love that guy, bro. Every year the Jets always do something stupid, and he still stands by them. So shout out Jesse Pollock. But honestly, I'm gonna go Dallas in 5 as well.
Dallas
Like,
in 5.
let's be real. This was a
Two.
This is gonna be a wake up call for the Jets.
Yes.
I'm gonna say Dallas in 6.
Yeah, Dallas has the more complete team in my opinion.
Yeah.
President's Trophy or not.
And if
Dallas
Hellebuck keeps it up like this, Ratanen's bro, he's gonna have a
Ratanen's gonna
field
have a field
day
day.
against that guy.
Yeah. Now,
Next.
Vegas versus the Oilers. Here, I think the Oilers take it in 4. I think this is gonna be
A sweep.
The only sweep, in my opinion, the only sweep. in
What?
this. Yeah, I'm gonna go.
I feel like you're
Oilers.
discrediting Vegas too much.
I'm not discrediting Vegas. Vegas have had their time. Vegas doesn't have a defense. They don't have much of a defense as they used to. They don't have as much depth scoring, in my opinion. And I think the Oilers are going to wake up from the round 1, reset, and take the battle to Vegas. And
Yeah, I know, because I don't remember who it was, but I was actually watching some TikToks. Some guy broke it down, and because obviously, like, I'm not as academically inclined with hockey, but I was doing a bit of research when I was scrolling through TikTok. It was a nice breakdown, and he was not glazing, but giving a lot of credit to the Vegas Golden Knights, saying it might not be as easy as you think for the Oilers.
Yeah,
Based off that and knowing, obviously,
I went bold here, obviously.
yeah. But what I'm saying is, we knowing how the Oilers, and listen, let's be real, bro. The Oilers scared us against the Kings.
They did.
They
They
did.
definitely did.
So what
Skinner
I'm
has to
saying
step
is,
up.
I still think I agree with you. I think the Oilers are gonna do it, but I would say in 6. It's gonna be tighter.
I'm going with
than you.
yeah.
But
so
you went bold.
yeah, Oilers in 4. I'm putting a lot of. stock
I'm saying
into
Oilers in
this.
6. You?
I'd say Oilers in 6 because I think Oilers in 5 actually.
Oilers in 5.
I think Vegas is gonna scrape out a win.
Yeah,
Yeah.
these are good predictions. I think the Oilers do end up taking
But
it.
sorry, I
depends on
just
the
want to ask you again. 'Cause you might have already said it, but what makes you not see Vegas as a convincing fight back? It's their defense, you said.
Vegas tends to be a team that if they either have trouble scoring or trouble defending.
It's like one or the other.
Yeah, it's one or the other. So it's like in the game, you're gonna have you're gonna need your defense on point every game.
Yeah, what Connor McDavid.
with Oilers resounding attack, one of the best power plays in the league. Your defense needs to be on point, and you also do need to score because Oilers are known for putting up a lot of goals. So you're gonna need a lot of
Even
goals
then they
to
can
fight
see
back
quite a
or
few.
kind of defend. So that's it. So they're gonna have
Yeah.
to put up a few, but that's why
Yeah.
Stuart Skinner has to step up. So
Yeah.
anyway,
We've
moving
spoken a
on.
lot of shit about that guy.
Yeah. Oh my
All
God,
right.
he was asked though.
Yeah, he was.
And then the last series, Washington Capitals versus the Hurricanes. In my prediction, which we're going to have up basically either tonight or tomorrow morning, both teams didn't impress me in the first round.
So honestly, this is kind of like a coin toss thing. I would
yeah,
say.
this is a coin toss, but I'm going to go Hurricanes in 7.
Oh, 7 games.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Canes in 6. But I agree with you.
Yeah.
We're thinking on the same level right now. I think Carolina. They both weren't
And
impressive.
there's always
Yes.
upsets though like this.
Yes, they're both not impressive, but I'd edge it to the Hurricanes
They have a more
because
complete
Capitals
team.
played an inexperienced Habs team.
And kind of they didn't it wasn't that convincing. Like I know the last game was of total domination.
Yeah, it was
and
a blowout.
but
Wasn't
it
that
wasn't,
convincing?
like that convincing.
But the argument could be made that the Hurricanes maybe shouldn't glaze it as much because the Devils had a lot of injuries. But I'd still give it to the Hurricanes. I feel like they have a more talented team.
yeah, but the Hurricanes showed out against the Devils. Like it wasn't even close.
But that's what I'm saying.
In the 10th,
Versus
they
the
scrapped out an
Capitals.
overtime win. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Would you compare? That's way more of an impressive series than Capitals, which still did good, but you're playing the Habs, who weren't even projected to make the playoffs. So,
Exactly.
so you said Kane's in.
7.
I'm saying Kane's in 6. You?
I'm saying Caps in 7.
Okay. Well, listen, it could go either
Ooh.
way. If I'm saying Hurricanes in 7, Caps
Yeah.
in 7 is plausible.
Exactly. And just to end off the hockey segment, I want to say, who was worse in the first round, Hellebuck or Skinner? Just end it off.
Hellebuck, because I think
Yeah, to
that
get pulled.
Skinner wasn't in Vezina contention. Hellebuck's gonna win the Vezina. You have to be the best goalie in the league.
Why do you think that? Are you dead set on it?
Yeah, he dominated the league this year.
Okay.
He was outstanding, and so now that was basically our
Yeah,
our
because I
playoff
just wanted to say, the
predictions.
reason why I asked is because, like, bro, getting pulled is like the ultimate embarrassment for a goaltender in hockey. Getting pulled is the worst thing.
It's like, yeah, bro, you're not good enough.
You're literally, they're like, yo, get off the ice. You
We
suck.
have a better chance of winning without you on the ice right now.
But yeah, that was to cap off hockey.
And now we're gonna do we did it. It's 2 weeks in a row now. By the way, guys, I'm not picking my nose. I'm going on the side of my nose just because
Allergy seasons, guys, it's coming
allergy
around.
season is crazy right now.
Claritin, you take
I've been
Claritin,
rubbing my eyes all podcast.
bro.
like, it's
Claritin
getting
should
bad.
sponsor us, bro.
Literally,
I
bro.
take
It's
Claritin
horrible right now.
as soon as the pollen starts. I'm gonna be cooked. But Mike, we're gonna go on
Moving
to
on to
tennis.
tennis.
It's like 3 weeks in a row we talk about tennis.
2 weeks.
2 weeks? 2
Yeah,
weeks?
2 weeks. So I just wanted to glance over
we
the
spoke
Masters,
about him
the
briefly.
Masters in Madrid. Casper Ruud, who is went to a Roland Garros final against none other than Rafael Nadal in 2022 or 2022 or 2023. Anyway, 2022.
I think 2022 because that's when he retired.
No, he retired last year, Nadal. Last year was his last Roland Garros. He got hurt the season before, didn't play a single ounce of tennis.
Well, the reason why I thought I had a bit of knowledge on it because I know Real Madrid did a video
So
for
then
him.
it was 2022. Yeah, it was 2022 basically. Then his Roland Garros final 2022. Casper Ruud matched up against Rafael Nadal and choked. And he's only won ATP 250s and I think won ATP 500 in Barcelona last year, if I'm not mistaken. So he's been like kind of like the merchant of the small trophies, and he's always been high in the rankings, but never really won a huge trophy. So they used to call him like the 250 merchant. You're scraping away little
Yeah,
wins.
we spoke about it yesterday, but
he wins
I'm happy for him.
He wins his first Masters title in Madrid, and like the crowd showed love for him because he deserved it. He's been like a journeyman a bit in the sense that he's like been fighting for it, and he finally gets it against Jack Draper, who's another young stud who won his first Masters as well in Indian Wells or Miami. Either way, Jack Draper, who won a first Masters, and congrats to Casper, the Norwegian stud. And then moving on from that, so one Masters tournament ends, another one starts in Rome, in Italy, and none other than the Italian who is ranked number 1 in the world right now, Jannik Sinner, is back from his doping ban, which lasted 4 months, which was a big controversy, bro, because people have gotten banned for years.
No, but what I'm saying is, like, obviously you're like, oh, he's back, but like, why are we? I don't know the whole story, but why are we like all happy and stuff? It's obviously like kind of crazy. Like,
I'm happy.
What happened
I
with
like
this doping
Sinner.
thing? What did he get caught with?
So basically, and by the way, it was Indian Wells that he won. Jack Draper. So
Not the Miami one. Okay, Indian.
Yeah. It's because they fall at the same time. That's why. For people that don't know.
Yeah.
But Sinner basically blamed his coaches for having rubbing cream with PEDs inside, which are
okay. So it was like an accident.
But bro, it happened to many people that it was an accident, and they were out for a year.
Wait, when you say accident or accident?
He knew, bro. Like he freaking knew. He knew. I'm pretty sure he knew what.
When he was getting oiled up, he knew.
Yeah, he knew, bro. Like you know what's going on. Like your coaches, you're number 1 in the world. They know exactly.
Yeah, but
what
they
they're putting in your
should.
cream.
But that's not his responsibility. It's the trainers that should help him.
I think he knew, and he tried to get it by. And since he's number 1 in the overall, sells out tickets. They gave him kind of preferential treatment, which made waves across the tennis world 4 months ago.
Yeah, because
after his Australian Open win, they waited to ban him after the Australian Open so that they could sell tickets. He won the Australian Open. A lot of people were like, "This is ridiculous." He's basically doping. Obviously, even if it's a small amount, you're not allowed. It's not allowed in the sport, and people that have done it.
Zero tolerance.
Exactly. Simona Halep, who announced her retirement recently, was banned for 2 years on tour. 2 or 1 years on tour because of a doping scandal that was very similar. Diana Yastremska, who blamed the doping on a cream that a man had on his cock, basically, while having sex. She said that she invested, while having sex. Basically, she died contracted it with a sexual relationship. So she's basically saying that the guy had it in his blood or either in his because obviously whatever. I'm not gonna.
How would she know that? Oh come on,
No,
she
it's
knows
an
her body.
argument.
She
Yeah.
knows that she doesn't dope.
Then again, it's debatable. Like
No, but
blame it on
I'm
sex. You know what I
just-
mean? Anyway,
Yeah.
there's that, and there's even Jensen Brooksby, who was on a 1-year ban, who tried to appeal it many times, and they didn't even.
But they
give him
don't
the
do
light of day.
routine checks.
They
I don't know how it
they
is.
do piss tests.
Because
Once
I know
every
for
tournament,
soccer
I
they
think.
check a lot.
They
bro,
do a lot of
'cause it's
piss
very
tests.
common.
They do a
Pogba was one of them.
They do a lot.
So
of
how
piss
does it?
tests
Do they do it before the tournament or something?
during the tournament?
Okay, so then how was he?
During,
How
some
was he able to
before,
fly
some
under the radar so long?
because he didn't fly under the radar. It's because when they caught him, they prolonged it. His kind of his like court case in a
Bro,
sense.
it's always about money.
Yeah, and it. Yeah,
If he
well,
was
yeah.
a random, he would have got caught right
Oh,
away.
100%.
It's because it's
not
his
caught
name.
right away, but it's just that they
No,
would've
but, like,
sanctioned
announced
him
it.
right away.
Yeah.
They would have sanctioned him right away. That's
Yeah.
for sure. So he's back.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, he's back. And I don't know what he's gonna do on clay now. He hasn't really been part of the clay swing since
But he's
it
still
started.
training and stuff. So
He's been training, but
he's
you're not
ready.
playing games in a sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So it's
I always
it's
say that
different.
training games are always different than training. But
So he's back. That's
but
basically all
he's
I wanted
back.
to announce.
I always thought his name was Skinner. I don't know why. That's like a
It's 'cause of
Mandela
the
effect.
goalie. Yeah, probably because of the
No,
goalie.
not because again. I just thought Skinner.
Oh.
That's it.
Well,
Just like that.
so yeah, so he's back. I want him to do good. Like I like Sinner. I think he's a good guy and he's a good
Okay,
professional.
so
He's a Roger
I don't know. I
Federer-esque
find my
type of
image. Well, now
personality.
I know the whole story, but I found my image changed of him a bit.
Yeah, well, it did for everyone, but he has that Roger-esque, Roger
Because bro, he's
Federer-esque
he's a big figure. You know,
professional.
Soccer's the biggest sport in Italy,
Yeah,
and even basketball is one of the big ones. But now he's really making a name for himself. Like
in Italy, yeah.
he's representing tennis very well, Italy very well in tennis.
Exactly. So that was our tennis segment. But now to Biagio's favorite
Yeah,
segment.
guys. Favorite segment, obviously. Pack it up. If you're new here, basically everyone knows the put the fries in the bag meme. Basically just means like get to the point, wrap it up, whatever. We say pack it up. It could be a team, a player, anything. But basically, sometimes we actually don't even do it about sports, and mine's not about sports, but I'm gonna save mine because it's hilarious. If you guys
So
want to
we'll
give your
start with Juice.
pack,
Yeah, come,
give your pack it up.
We will late last. I kind of forgot it.
You're gonna last. Okay, so I'm gonna start with
It
my
was what
packet.
about football?
It was about you, but I forgot it.
Anyway,
Oh,
so we're
always
gonna go
about
with
me.
we're going with my packet up first, I guess. This happened a week ago. I could have spoke about it last week, but I can't remember my packet up moment of last week. This one has to do with soccer. Lamine Yamal has to pack it up, bro. These hairstyles, bro.
oh, okay.
These freaking hairstyles, I can't stand that. He's even trying to hide them during training to wear them before Copa del Rey. Even they were filming in the Copa del Rey lineup because they always stand and they play the anthem.
Yeah.
He's like, he like turned his head to try and show like his fade. I was like, okay, bro. Like,
You see the one that we
Stop.
see you, little bro,
Yeah,
when
yeah,
the
yeah.
camera panned him, he's like,
yeah, he's like, you see my hair? You see my hair?
yeah.
So,
I don't like it though. The all bleached blonde.
Yeah,
it's
he's
not-
like
yeah.
trying to copy Neymar, or the people are saying he's trying to copy Neymar, and I think he's trying to make it too much about himself now. So he needs to pack it
Bro,
up.
honestly, the kid's on top of the world at 17. I don't blame him.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
Facts.
so
But
you say-
he needs to pack it up. I think
Just the hairstyle though.
his hairstyles need to pack it up.
Okay.
Lamine Yamal's hairstyles need to pack it up.
Okay. Perfect. All right. My pack it up moment of the week actually stems from going back to Giuliano's filming of the music video. So we go to our like a nice little local parking lot, and just to film nice nature shots and whatever. Going to the parking lot, guys. This is Sunday. We're talking like 3:45 in the afternoon. Okay. We pull in right next to a couple just finished sweating out.
Oh yeah.
Something, I don't know what was going on, but something was going on. The girl just gets up, starts.
They were definitely banging.
Yeah. They were doing the deed. They were doing the dance with no pants, and she was wiping off a fluid off of her mouth. Literally, I'm not even making this up. We pulled into the parking lot.
Do the action on camera.
Yeah,
Like,
we pull into the parking lot. I lock eyes with her as she gets up and she's like, I'm like, God.
That's actually how it looks.
And
though.
listen.
He's not exaggerating. He really.
Yeah, no. I'm not even trying to be funny here. Listen, we all know how we got here. Stuff has happened for all of us to be born. But besides that, bro, it's 3:45 and there's kids in the park walking around. What are you doing? I have never seen a car
that is
hook up
devious.
broad daylight.
That is devious.
And again, I know this has nothing to do with sports. Well, technically it is a sport. It's cardio.
Yeah.
But like, bro, that was I had to put literally when it happened, I'm like, that's my pack it up moment. Thank you. Whoever you are, lady, thank you. You're my pack it up moment of the week. Giuliano, go for it.
Come, Joe. He's coming. He's slowly making
Kanjo,
his
yeah.
Kanjo.
Blue Lazio.
My pack it up moment is gonna be about Biagio.
Always me, baby.
This is because you like this? You
Yeah.
like-
Yeah.
Wow. Because basically I've been like a Sleep Token fan for like years. Okay. Yeah, they've been
The
a
best
band.
band.
They're a big band. I've been a fan for years. Back in 2021, when they really started getting big, I was telling Biagio, you should listen to them. You should listen to them. Nah, it's not my style. Da da da. Now he just like became a mega fan out of nowhere, and he's talking to me, and he's like, "Bro, did you know this? Did you know this? Did you?" And I'm just like, "Bro, I know all this." And like, it's just pack it up, bro. Just pack it up. When I tell you listen to a band, listen to a band.
Rock, bro. So he
Yeah.
knows his stuff.
I would say king of music. Like he has aura. When
Oh,
it
he
comes
knows
to
everything about music. He
Yeah.
knows everything about music, bro.
Wait, just pan the camera. I want to just defend myself, just 2 seconds. But you're right. Yes. Okay. I bust his balls a lot. Yes. He put me on the Sleep Token. Basically, how my brain works is you can't force me to listen to something. Okay. He told me 4 years ago to listen to them, and only like a month ago, all of a sudden, now I started listening to Sleep Token. Okay. So now. No, but okay, but when I want to listen to Sleep Token, I want to listen to Daddy Vessel. Now I want it. But guys, seriously, like I literally only listen to Sleep Token. It's kind of I don't listen to anything else. Yeah, it'll be somebody new. Blue Lazio. All right, guys, that was our pack it up moments of the week, and now it's time to go home to you guys. The follower Q&A. I love doing these because we interact with the fans.
Yeah.
And let's get on our questions. Number 1, Ju.
This comes from Gio. You already know what's gonna be. Giordano Mambro says thoughts on the Blues game. The Blues Winnipeg.
I wasn't sure if it was gonna be Juve or Blues.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Well, we spoke about it, man, but St. Louis lost themselves the series in Game 7. Could have capitalized on a weak goalie and blew it in the last seconds, man. I mean, you had 1.6 seconds
I
to
was
hold.
just gonna say that, Gio.
and
It's not the fact that they lost; it's the way they did. Like, do you know what 1.6 seconds is? Like, that's how close they were
Yeah.
to moving on.
Yeah, so
Any other thing happens, we're talking about the Blues versus the Stars. So
which I still give the edge
yeah,
to
they
the
would.
Stars,
Oh yeah, they would have. I think that would have been a sweep. Loki.
probably.
Yeah. Sorry, Gio.
Next question comes from Malik Savan.
Yeah, that's my friend. Yeah, Malik Savani. Shout out T. Just got
Bro,
it.
is that the reality TV star?
No. Yeah, no. It's not him.
You know what I'm talking about, though.
Yeah. No, it's not him. But he just got his
So yeah,
his
question
diploma. But
question number
congrats
2
to him.
comes from him. What did he ask?
Lawyer.
Do you guys think Mike Sullivan is a solution for the Rangers to make the playoffs next year?
Ooh.
I think
You
he's
seemed
part
pretty
of this.
pissed in the car when you found out when we were driving.
It's like we're not like, okay, we took one step, but it's like now the roster needs to change. I don't even want to elaborate too much on the Rangers because it just gets me pissed as of right now.
Yeah, for
Like-
someone that loves the Rangers,
like
your face.
no,
We'll
but
bring
it's
it
just
up.
like
Nah, I
he's
get
a
it. You're a
good
passionate fan.
coach. He's a good coach. Did a lot for the Penguins organization, but it just he needs players. Like obviously, I always say this, but like you could be the best chess grandmaster in the world, but if you don't have your pawn, your knight, and your king, you're not gonna win against anybody.
Yeah,
So you need the pieces to play with.
I'm just gonna pretty much copycat him
Yeah,
because I
piggyback
agree
off
too.
me.
Yeah, exactly. Because, well, like you said, yeah, obviously he's a decent coach.
But you need players,
But bro,
You
like
could
your
be-
guys were very underwhelming in certain moments, and you need a big
Yeah.
player to change
It's
that.
like, look,
You know what I mean?
like it's like bringing, let's say, like, okay, who would you say is the best soccer coach in the world now?
Right now, I'd say Inzaghi or maybe Hansi Flick from Barcelona.
It's like bringing Hansi Flick to Manchester United and telling him, do something now.
But I don't know. We don't even have to use Hansi Flick. Look at Ruben Amorim, Eric Ten Hag, all these guys that try to that circus show at United. So I agree with you, yeah.
Yeah.
Because you guys
The
have
pawns to
you
play
need,
with, but-
yeah, exactly. But I mean, you're not really high in the draft order too, no? Where are you?
12th. No,
It's not
but
bad.
Whatever. It's not a
Yeah.
really good draft.
So
but we'll
you know,
take it.
guys have been a bit underwhelming. So
We'll do
I
next week, Baba.
honestly, this is really early, but I see you guys making the playoffs next year.
Me too.
I don't see an issue. You guys really narrowly missed playoffs this year. Okay, big fall off obviously from President's Choice, but President's Choice
Yeah, bro, the cookies.
sponsor us, President's Trophy. but yeah, like this was a shock, just like when the Habs were in the playoffs was a shock. I think you don't have too much to worry about, but yes, you need to bolster your roster.
Yes.
But thank you for the question. Question number
Malik.
3, Ju.
Shout out, Malik.
I don't even want to try to pronounce the last name, but Paolo
Ciciovello. Paulitz.
He asks, it's more of a statement.
Hmm.
I think it might be our year for the Leafs.
Okay, it's not a question, but we could talk about it. Listen, I just want to start it off, and then you can bounce off me. Listen, I've been seeing a lot on social media with hockey, and look, the last time the Red Wings and the Bruins didn't make the playoffs was 1967. I forgot the other stat. Blah 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 blah. Yap yap yap. The last time it happened was 1967. Pacioretty scored the winner against the Senators.
Wearing 67.
67. Now listen, do I think it's the Leafs' year? No, I don't think they'll ever win another cup. I just don't see it. It's like seeing an elephant fucking in a balcony or something. Yeah, like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't see it. They're gonna live off beliefs, and I've always said they're like the English national team for soccer when it comes to hockey. And look, they're always favorites. They're always there. They're always in the mix, but they never. Even I would like say they're like almost like the Baltimore Ravens.
No,
They're-
'cause the Ravens won in 2013.
Oh yeah. Cowboys or Bills or whatever.
I'd say the
But you know what I
recent
mean?
Cowboys, yeah.
Like when you talk about them to someone that doesn't really know hockey, you make it sound like they're bad, but they're a good team. It's just the big moments. So
100%.
personally for me, sorry, Paulitz, I do not think it's your year because the Panthers are gonna beat you. But
No, I've been adamant about this. I think Florida's going back to back, so I don't think you guys get past
No,
Florida.
bro. I said that stuff before. I want to get your opinion. Do you believe that, or you just think it's yap? Like all those stats I just rattled off, the 67.
Wow, those are just coincidences. I mean, look, whatever it is, it's a coincidence. Like, I mean, every year they find that, like we say, I don't put much stock into stats because, bro, every day there's a new stat.
That's
So,
more
like, it's
NFL
just-
talk, but yeah, I know
just-
what you're gonna say.
Every day there's new stats. They're like, oh yeah, my wife banged me. But my wife, Craig Berube, says like, oh, my wife banged me in the 67th minute of the day, which means that we're gonna win the cup.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
like,
a bit
okay, bro,
much.
like, come
But there's a lot of belief in that in the locker room and within the fans because normally the Leafs would choke that series and they got the job done. So I can
Well,
understand it, but so
no,
you think
not
no?
the year, not the
Yeah.
year,
So
no.
sorry, Paulitz.
Last
Shout out to you.
question?
Last question.
Oh, I thought we were doing 5. Sorry. So this is what number
No,
4 or
number
5?
four. Oh,
Oh,
four.
okay, 4. 4 and final.
Scarbosa.
Oh, Johnny Scarboza,
Is
goat.
Inter gonna win the Champions League?
I'll let you go first.
No.
God damn. As we're recording this, we are less than 24 hours away from their second leg. They're currently tied 3-3 on aggregate to Barcelona. They're playing at the San Siro. We spoke about it before. I think they're putting all their eggs in one basket. I think, well, obviously Coppa Italia is over. They still have the Scudetto to chase, but realistically, they should focus on the Champions League. Last time they won, 2010, so it's been 15 years. Oof. Do I think they'll beat an Arsenal or a PSG? Oof. I'm gonna go yes. I think Inter can win the Champions League. I'm a bit biased because I have a Fratesi road to the final card on FIFA, which I need to go up. But I could be biased also. Serious talk. Lazio and Inter have a big partnership with each other, have mutual respect. But this team, regardless of the talent, if no one shows up, they're a well-oiled machine. They are tactically organized. Former Lazio manager Simone Inzaghi at the helm. I think they will get it done. The fact that Barcelona came away with a 3-3 draw and they were at home too,
Yeah.
to go to the San Siro, it's going to be tough. I think they'll make the final. And then after that, I think in a one-off game, they'll be organized. They'll have their redemption. Obviously, they're not playing Man City like they did in 2023. But I think they can win the Champions League this year. It's possible.
I think Barcelona takes them at the San Siro, bro.
How much?
It's gonna be a close game. I just think that Barcelona ends
Oh, they're
winning.
gonna
It's probably
edge
gonna be like a 2-1.
I don't know.
3-2.
They struggled to Inter at the Camp Nou. So San Siro, you have to see that stadium. It's crazy. But
Moving
Johnny, he says no. I'm gonna back you, the boys in black and blue,
So,
and go for Inter
so
there.
thank you for those fan questions.
Yeah.
And before we cap off, this has nothing
yeah.
to do with sports, but we really wanted to
it's
talk.
combat.
Well, yeah,
We have
but
to talk about this,
We
though.
wanted to talk about a subject that's been popping off on social media within the last week and a half. I'd say 100 men versus a gorilla.
Okay, this is has.
So a lot of the debate is that a lot of people. Well, like it started off because somebody said that a gorilla would beat 100 men. I don't know. Which was your opinion on this, bro? I think
Guys, this debate shouldn't even be a debate, okay? I understand it's a gorilla. I get it. It's big. It could punch out 3 guys in one shot. But do you know what 100 men? Like the thing is, it's pretty vague because are we talking about like scrawny like
No,
twinks? Are we talking?
if
Are we
we
talking
had-
about like nerds? Are we talking
Yeah, a
about
bunch of
big?
jaboukas.
Yeah, like are we talking about like big brawling dudes, athletes? Like it really
think it's-
depends.
I think it would be technically the debate would be like 100 like normal like 9 to
Okay,
5
let's say
working
the
men.
average man. But imagine you just put like 100 people is a lot, okay? Social media makes you say, oh, I only got 100 likes. Like, bro, 100 people, if 100 people stood in front of you, you'd be like, holy shit, okay? So let's just say, okay, we get it. I'd say the first 20 guys, they're
knocked.
dead. That gorilla is like, he's gonna, the first guy, oh my God. It's like it's like the opposite of Bonnie Blue. You know what I mean? Like when you're in Bonnie Blue, you want to be the first in line. But when you're fighting a gorilla, you want to be last.
Oh, yeah.
But think about it. Let's say he's fighting like the first, just say 25 people. Let's say 75 people jump on his back. Come on.
Oh, he's done, bro.
Bro, I'm saying, like, I don't even know why this is a debate, guys. 100 men could take down a gorilla easily.
I don't think it's
You go for it.
I don't think it's I don't think it's close. I think like bro, even if you want to say because fatigue comes into play. He's a mammal. Like they have cardio. Like they're not machines. Like you know what I mean?
And we're even talking about it. Let's say the average man is what, like 200 pounds, 150, 200 pounds. Multiply that by like just 50. Bro, and they just pound on him. One's like fingering his ear or something. You know what I mean? Like, bro, 100 people.
Bro, but I keep seeing these TikToks. It's like, imagine being like the 99th guy and you've seen all 98 people in front of you.
It's like that guy. Who's the guy that William Dafoe? That meme where
But I think
realistically,
just
average
realistically, I'd say 100 men beat a gorilla. Obviously, if it's all at the same time, if it's one by one, forget about it.
No, because Drew showed me a
Simulation.
simulation, but bro, it's not accurate because they were all attacking in like a circle while the gorilla's trying to focus on one thing. Like you could get guys.
I sent you simulation.
Oh, it was you. Okay, sorry. It was you. Okay, well, you got offended. I'm trying to give you credit. But the point is like people discredit it. Like it's not gonna be like when you watch like Batman take down a whole lobby in the subway where they're all perfectly one by one gonna attack him. No, like bro, the gorilla's gonna be trying to punch. Bro, you have like just put 15 guys on one arm.
Yeah.
Easily.
So that's it. You have to be strategic about it, but obviously 100 men. You think 100 men would take down a gorilla? 100 men easy. Okay, guys, before we wrap it up, give 5 guys that you would want in that 100 men.
Okay, Nat from Pensioners. Shout out Nat. I'd say Sexy Dexy. Ibrahimovic.
Yeah.
Any WWE wrestler. And I'd go
Who let's say?
Triple H. Let's go
Okay.
Triple H. And I'd go Dave Blunts.
Okay. Yuju?
I think I would say, I'd say Josh Allen.
Okay.
Big boy.
That's stupid.
Okay, Josh Allen. The chick from the show.
Which show? Oh yes. From
The old lineman.
the old
Oh yeah, she would take it. Yeah, she would
She'd
be
like-
very.
she's considered 5 men. Actually.
Yeah, she would. That's crazy.
That's a cheat code, bro. Just take fat chicks.
Probably Lizzo.
She actually lost a lot of weight.
Yes.
Okay, but
Cause I made a joke about it on one of my videos, and Mike's like, Biagio, take it back. She actually lost a lot of weight.
2020 Lizzo. The Undertaker.
Wait, 2020
Okay.
Lizzo, are you talking about her weight or the year?
Her weight, bro. The year. What do you mean? How is this even spinned off
It's
as
a joke. It's a joke.
Okay.
Okay, next.
How did I say 4?
3. You said 3. You said Josh Allen, the O
year or
lineman,
her weight?
and Lizzo.
I just got it.
You got it? Good boy.
Hulk Hogan.
Okay, that's
Okay.
5.
No, you said 4.
Oh, yeah, because I said the Undertaker.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't hear that. Okay.
Shit. Lawrence Taylor.
Lawrence Taylor.
I'd start off.
Oh, LT.
Yeah.
Wait, I was.
You are
No,
What's
I thought
wrong with
Trevor Lawrence, bro. I'm like
Okay.
that blonde fuck.
I'm gonna take
LT.
Aaron Rodgers.
Why? He's gonna like slip something in his mouth.
Yeah, bro. I'm
I'll pick-
that guy doesn't feel nothing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go John Jones. You should see that guy has numbers in the ring and also in the domestic violence department. So that guy's ready to punch at any
oh my
moment.
god, bro. We should have picked like domestic
John Jones,
abusers, bro.
John Jones, Khabib Nurmagomedov.
Okay.
So that's 3.
2 more.
Oh fuck. Miles Garrett, bro.
Yeah, he's massive,
unit.
bro. Yeah, he would.
And probably this is niche there, but Kareem Hunt.
I don't know what that is.
He was the running back for the Chiefs this year.
Yeah. Wait, you know what? I'm actually gonna
He
change.
kicked the shit out of his wife, bro.
Oh.
That guy. He beat his dog too. Actually, I feel bad for the
Bro,
dog.
Chiefs.
Even for the wife.
The
actually,
Chiefs.
but
The Chiefs need to but they have so many people.
okay, guys.
No. Wait, I just want to change one of my answers. I said, who did I say? Take out the WWE wrestler. Put either my or Mike's dad in Prime in 2009. He's taking that gorilla down.
Yeah,
100%. If you know, you know. So we're gonna end it off
with a fun fact.
Well, I just want to say, just to close it up before you end it off with a fun fact, because that's how we literally end it off. Thank you guys for joining us for episode 7. We promise you're gonna see the surprise. Thank you to all our sponsors. Again, Shop Sante. Use code RC10 at checkout to get 10% off when you order online at Shop Sante. Fana and Salvatore, and all of our socials, everything linked down below in the description, whether you're watching on YouTube or listening on Spotify.
And guys, a little teaser, we're getting some more sponsors, which means a lot more content. So
yeah, guys, and more sponsors, more support towards the page, and guys, you're gonna see how much we have planned.
So
end it off with your fun fact.
Fun fact: sharks existed before trees. Sharks have been around for over 400 million years, while the first trees appeared after about around 350 million years ago. Sharks are basically ancient survivors of the natural world.
That's Aura.
Thank you, guys.
Ciao.